Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another Monday stream. So, last time, Dominant beat Bistro. That's great. Today, we're going to be playing something different. Where's my screen? Where the fuck is my screen? Ugh. Apologies a moment. Give me a minute. Crumble, crumble, crumble. Much better. Here we are. We will be playing Total War Warhammer 3. So, for those who don't know, I don't know a whole lot about the Warhammer setting. I don't know a whole lot about the Warhammer 40k setting. I know bits and pieces of each. I've never played the official tabletop for either one, but this game has absolutely adorable lizard men in it, so we're playing as them. They're actually introduced in Total War Warhammer 2, but I digress. Where to begin? So, for those who don't know, the Total War series has been a game series that's gone on forever. It is basically a hybrid turn-based strategy, real-time strategy game, where you spend your turns moving armies around the map, but when two armies run into each other, it turns into real-time strategy, where you're trying to deploy your troops, outmaneuver their troops, etc., etc. And then this is specifically the Warhammer version, set in the old, what is now known as Warhammer the Old World, aka Fantasy Warhammer, aka not Age of Sigmar, and not Warhammer 40k. So this one has a bunch of factions, very silly. Where to begin? In fact, I can show all the factions, because Total Warhammer 3 is one of the most... I have mixed feelings on this game, I'm going to be completely honest with you. That being said, I do still like parts of it. It's just unfortunately Creative Assembly, the publishers, are very dumb with, let's just say they're very Paradox-like with their DLC. Hey, about to jump on... Oh, Harumus is here. Hi, Harumus. Hey, about to jump on a movie call. Wanted to say glad to see you're playing some Warhammer. Awesome. Good to see it. Thank you very much for stopping by. As always, the VODs will be up on other websites later. Where was I? Yes, so this is Total Warhammer 3, and the absolutely bonkers part is that this actually combines a lot of Total Warhammer 1 and 2 with, okay, Creative Assembly and their stupid, I would say, Paradox-like DLC policies aside, it is cool how if you bought Total Warhammer 1 and 2, you can kind of smash them all together into Warhammer 3, including the most bonkers campaign they've made yet, Immortal Empires. I believe this is the largest map made for any Total War game, the largest strategic.
Men.
You said it, Carl. So, here are the list of playable factions, not just leaders, but just the overall... Can hear them, no less. So, there are lots and lots of different factions in Fantasy Warhammer. Fans of Warhammer 40k may notice a few of them are a little similar. The Chaos Gods, I mention this mainly because I know Jay is also interested in Warhammer 40k, so I figured I'd mention these similarities there. You'll notice, for example, the Chaos Gods are exactly the same. We have the same four as Warhammer 40k. There's Khorne, Slaanesh, Nurgle, and... What am I missing? Tzeentch, of course, the Changer of Ways. So, there are lots of other factions too. You notice Greenskins, aka the Orcs, are still here also. And yes, they still talk like British football hooligans. So, nothing's changed there. There are a few other factions that are otherwise fantasy races. And also for those of you noting, hey, doesn't this look a lot like Warcraft? Fun fact. Warcraft started out as a Warhammer ripoff. The original game, Warcraft Orcs and Humans, was originally going to be a Warhammer game until there was the licensing deal with Games Workshop fell through. I guess they didn't offer enough money or something, or charge too much money. I forget which way it went. Anyways, so Blizzard just filed the serial numbers off and made Warcraft Orcs and Humans. In case you're wondering why everything in Warcraft looks so much like Warhammer, include giant pauldrons and all, that's why. God, so what can we even play in here? It's bonkers. What else? I'll just quickly go through a who's who of just some of the funnier units and some of the other fun concepts before settling on the faction we'll actually be playing as. I just want to show off some of the... Hey, I bought all these cool toys, I might as well show them off, right? Isn't that half the point of Warhammer? So, speaking of the Orcs...
Gork's Fist.
Where's the fun one? Okay, well, for this community, I will admit I just don't like Greenskins as a faction, but I love the concept here.
Everything belongs to Grom. Wah!
Grom the Paunch, who basically wants to wander the map collecting cooking ingredients to buff up his army, and he's a goblin, so just about everything is edible. Oh dear. Anyways. What's my other favorite? Just the title. Wurzog, the Great Green Prophet.
I have spells.
The Prophet of Gork. Or is it Mork? Whatever. Who else is in here? The other fun one, where's Chaos? Here we are.
I'll have this world.
So, for those of you who are fans of Warhammer 40k, you don't know this character. However, you would know his 40k counter. So, this is Archaon the Ever-Chosen. You would know his Warhammer 40k counterpart, Abaddon the Despoiler, leader of apparently something called the Black Crusade. And I think the 13th one now canonically actually succeeded and blew up a planet called Cadia. Something, the planet broke before the Guard did. I forget. Anyways, yeah, this guy, for those who don't know, think if Darth Vader had the One Ring levels of you're screwed. He is the leader, the war host of the apocalypse in canonical fantasy Warhammer. This is the man who blows up the world and actually creates Age of Sigmar when Sigmar, this god, takes his toys and leaves. What else? Fantasy. Speaking of Warhammer 40k, hey, look who else is in here.
You think to control me?
Be'lakor, leader of the Shadow Legion, aka the first mortal ascended to a chaos god, I think. Oh, and another fun one. I'm gonna click on someone. Here's a little pop quiz. You can identify the voice actor.
Handsome and lethal. For chaos!
Give me a couple more.
Witness my beauty.
Anyone figure out which voice actor this is and where you know him from? All right, pencils down, folks. About 30 years ago, this was Jim Hawkins in Muppets Treasure Island. Yes, that kid. The guy who sang in a falsetto for most of the movie. Yeah, he's voicing Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. This game is awesome. A man who literally in the tabletop apparently runs a risk of losing turns every battle because he's too busy staring at his own pretty reflection. Warhammer, ladies and gentlemen. Who's the other one to show? I'll just quickly summarize. There is the Vampire Coast. Yes, they are vampire pirates. They are vampirates. They're also fun. Quickly running through. Oh, the other big one I should probably go over.
I command here. As I hold Gal Maraz, I am ready. Empire's blessings, yes. Sigmar's will. In the name of Magnus.
All right. So, for those who don't know, this is Emperor Karl Franz, the default closest thing the setting has to a good guy. Like Warhammer 40k, there really isn't a good... Well, unlike Warhammer 40k, there are slightly more actual good guys, or at least the closest thing the setting ever gets. It's still a very grimdark setting where there really are no objective good guys in our sense of ethics. There are just some people who are just less terrible than others. Basically, Karl Franz, the Warhammer 40k equivalent was... I'm gonna mispronounce this guy's name. Jay, can you correct my pronunciation on this? It's Rabute Gilliman? Rowboat Gorillaman? Whatever. Lord of Ultramar, Primarch of the Ultramarines, and basically the default leader of the Imperium of Man right now, since apparently he's back from the dead, basically, or back from the sword slash to the neck. I forget. Anyways, Karl Franz is basically the same thing, where he leads the Empire. They are basically the human faction, the de facto good guys of the setting, for lack of a better term. Can I quickly show something? I don't want to do it right now. I was just going to point out also, yes, like other fantasy Warhammer games, this game has a couple of shout-outs actually to a few other Warhammer games. Most famously, you know what? Screw it, I should. Yeah, this will take a while, but screw it. It is lecture time with Metadesign. You will all sit and listen. Alright, this will be a minute. It has to load the map. This will take a frickin' minute, because it's a damned big map. What else to talk about? Well, I guess I'll spoil the surprise here. This game has a couple of shoutouts to, most famously, Vermintide 2, which I'll point out in a moment, once it loads the default Empire starting position. Hopefully I can do this fast. Kind of want to spend more time here than I had to, but actually this will be a good chance to explain the basic UI also. No, screw it. Let me explain the basic UI with the good boys.
Now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite!
Oh, for those of you who know your history, the Empire is basically fantasy HRE, Holy Roman Empire, where they're not really united. They're a group of allied elector counts, basically the elector princes of the HRE, where they elect an emperor and he's supposed to lead them, and eventually he can get them to get their shit together and start actually taking the fight to people important rather than bashing each other's heads in.
So what
I
you're saying is
command
that
here.
you can summon the elector counts.
I'm trying to get that line, damn it. Hang on.
Bring me to my men.
Shush, let the man himself speak.
The nation calls.
Hi there.
Bring me to my men.
Hey.
See, he does it better than you.
Weird.
Who
Oh,
calls?
could you share a screen? I actually have no idea what's going on right now.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Hang on.
I see no other option. By the comet. Summon the elector counts.
There it is. Okay, let me get a screen. All right.
There we are.
There's lots of UI. We don't care about any of it.
There's our little boy. Isn't he so cute?
He is a good boy. What else to quickly go over? Oh,
I command here.
here he is. Most importantly, yes, for those of you wondering, hey, how come the game's called Warhammer? This is the titular Warhammer he wields, Galmaraz, the Hammer of Sigmar.
For those who don't know, Sigmar is like their living god. Like he's a man who ascended to godhood like 2,000 years ago, I want to say. Something like that.
I thought it was more recent than that, I forget. He's basically the god emperor of mankind.
Pretty
In
much,
that
yeah.
He was mortal, united the Empire, did a bunch of cool stuff. Actually, he's more like, honestly, the Primarchs, where he did a bunch of cool stuff, vanished under mysterious circumstances. Later, actually, turns out, actually did ascend to godhood.
Yeah, and then he comes back to possess Karl Franz to fight Archaon the Everchosen during the end times when the actual world is tearing itself apart from raw chaos energy. And it kind of ends in a draw when Sigmar just says, screw this, I'm going home, goes off to make his own place, except then Chaos follows him anyway, and then we have something called Age of Sigmar.
Most importantly, I'll just quickly over for some Warhammer 40k fans. Looks like we have to go back to Ubersreich. For those wondering, yes, in Vermintide 2, which is set in around Ubersreich, yes, that's an actual place in the Warhammer setting. It's not too far, actually, from the capital of Altdorf.
1. Vermintide 1 is
Vermintide 1 is
Ubersreich.
set around
Vermintide 2...
Vermintide 2 is around Helmgart. This is Axbite Pass, aka Helmgart. For the big fortress that you run around the lobby of in Vermintide 2, this is it. This is Helmgart. Where was I?
Bring me to
So
my
I'm supposed to
men.
beat up that guy, Helmut Ludenhoff. I don't care, I'm taking Ubersreich.
Men, we must attack.
For one reason. Now, we're supposed to do a battle here. I don't care, we're gonna kick their ass. This game, my one other quibble with this game. This game fucking hates auto-resolve with a violent passion. Especially as the faction we'll be playing as, you are under no circumstances to auto-resolve any battle you care about, which unfortunately makes the game extremely tedious. It's the one thing I don't like is the faction we'll be playing as in particular is very bad at auto-resolve, because auto-resolve favors units with ranged attacks, and the faction we're playing as has the worst ranged units in the game.
Yeah, to briefly explain, so you can fight battles manually by going to the real-time thing, or you can just pick auto-resolve, and the computer will, like, kind of calculate, okay, how many hits would you have taken, which troops would have died, etc. But, yeah, the calculation's a little weird.
The calculation is extremely skewed. It already completely hates you to the point where, put it this way, it can calculate where, like, oh, you'd barely win, but you'd lose half your units, then you play the battle manually and lose maybe one unit tops on a bad day. It's unfortunately, though, makes the game extremely tedious, especially on a giant frickin' map like this. Which reminds me, just to let everyone know ahead of time, this will not be a super long stream. This is a damned big map. I have done World Conquest runs before, where you actually, I mean, hey, I'm a habitual map painter. I like painting maps. I've done paint the map runs before, where you actually take over the entire map, every single province in it. Oh, scrolling is gonna be a little tricky. There we go. Never mind. Yeah. Anyways, there are a lot of provinces. Fighting these battles manually would take all year. Like, this stream would be going on for probably about a year. So we're not doing that. Fortunately, the game has kind of staggered victory systems, which we'll go over. There's a short victory, a long victory, and then the domination victory. We'll probably be doing short victory and call it a day, unless things are going really well or having a ton of fun. In which case, hey, if people want to see it, let me know in Discord or in chat here, and then I can keep going for a longer victory. But by default, we're just going for short victory, mostly just to show off a bit of it. It's short victory is still not that short. You still have to take over about half a continent.
Yeah, to put it in context, if you actually want to paint the entire map, we're looking at least 30 hours. It's a lot. And that's assuming you're auto-resolving every battle.
So,
the one thing I want to quickly go over for fans of Vermintide 2 and Vermintide 1, Ubersreich and Ubersreich alone has a unique landmark. The Red Moon Inn.
Heck yes.
And yes, provides a garrison of 5 very specific units, including, hey, 3 of those aren't Empire units. I wonder why they'd be here. Maybe it's the Ubersreich 5. Or 4, doesn't matter. It's a cute reference.
Yeah, so to briefly explain, actually, do you want to explain the tactical map? Like with the buildings and stuff?
Hell no, we're doing that with the good boys. That reminds me, I'm quitting to main menu.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, we got the Red Moon Inn on record. That's the important part.
Right. Enough of those Empire. We don't care about them. They're humans. They're boring.
Time for fun things.
Pet peeve in video games. Anytime you have to play as the humans, they're the boring... Sorry, I make contractual furry. They're the boring option.
Stupid, boring humans.
summon the Elector Counts!
You said it, friends.
Oh, now he does the line on demand.
Oh yes, we are playing as the goodest boys.
Yes!
Take us.
Unfortunately, these guys aren't in 40k, which might be for the best because 40k probably would have ruined them by
They're
making
too
them
good for this
stupid.
sinful earth. That's why they're not in Warhammer
They
40k.
really are.
They are in Age of Sigmar, though, as the Seraphon, I think they're called. Whatever.
Heck yeah.
So, we'll be playing as the Lizard Men, aka the Children of the Gods. Lizard Men in this setting are wild. I can probably explain while it's loading, come to think of it. Quick TLDR. So, once you pick your faction turns most of your units. Where's unit and spell browser? Here we are. Here's all the units we get to play with as Lizard Men. Ignore that one. And basically ignore that. Okay. So Lizard Men, here's every single Lizard Men legendary lord starts with these units. These are the units they have access to. However, you pick your specific starting legendary lord, which determines your starting position and a few faction. Sometimes it's just a handful of faction unique bonuses. Other legendary lords are weird and actually change the rules of the map. The big two here are our big croc friend, Nakai the Wanderer. He is weird.
So
He
big and
doesn't
strong.
have any permanent settlements. Oh, they changed the background now, so he's actually in Cathay. I didn't know they redid the pre-rendered video here. That's cute, because that's where he starts. And he starts in Cathay to the east, because he has wandered in. He is weird. He doesn't have any permanent settlements. Instead, he kind of has his own settlement on the move, his horde. He builds horde buildings and basically carries his entire city with him. The problem is that makes him suck at map painting because you're relying on the friggin' AI to build cities for you, and the AI sucks at doing that. So, yeah, I'd love to use him more, but he's such a chore to play. And then there's
Sad but true.
XCOM Lizardmen Edition, Oxyotl leading the Ghosts of Powwax. A lot of them use Mesoamerican names. Apologies if I pronounce them wrong. I'm going to try to do my best. I guess the X is more of an SH sound, I think, so it's Powwash. Put it this way, this is a Lizardman who was so, in lore, this Lizardman who was so badass, he fell into the realms of chaos. In Warhammer 40k, that's the Warp, and waged such a one-man war on every single demon in there that the Chaos Waste basically spat him back out. The Warhammer 40k equivalent would be someone entering the Warp and be going on such a one-man demon wrecking ball that the warp spits him back out and is just, nope, you're done here, you need to leave. You're just too badass, you're killing too many of us, time to go. One of the most hostile terrains known to anyone.
Think like Doom guy from, Doom. Or I think in 40k, the closest comparison is, who's the Primarch of the Grey Knights?
The Grey Knights, I don't think technically had a Primarch. They have a Chapter Master. I forget whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, that guy.
The dude is like always wandering through the chaos and like basically just one-shotting everything. That guy.
Anyways, he's cool.
Haldor Drago, that was it.
Thank you.
Or something like that.
Oxiato's interesting. He has unique missions where, first of all, he can build these silent sanctums that allow him to get vision around various parts of the map and eventually teleport around the entire map. He also gets these missions to hunt down and kill demons that appear. So he kind of almost has an XCOM playstyle where he kind of wants to warp around the map, smashing any demons that show up. Very interesting. Another thing, get used to the god-awfully punny names. That's another one of the best parts of Lizardmen. For example, Oxiato here, that weapon he's using is one of the most deadly weapons in the Warhammer setting. He has personally killed thousands of demons with it. It is the golden blowpipe of Pituhi.
I know, it's so good.
I'll let that sink in for a minute. Anyways, including, again, a legendary lord, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of his enemies, Tic-Tac-Toe.
It's so good.
The Master of Skies. Oh, and speaking of stupid shoutouts, because Warhammer is an 80s property, and therefore gets to use live 80s licenses. So I'll quickly go over 3 characters. There's Mazdamundi. There's Tic-Tac-Toe. And there's Krokgar. All 3 of them have a unique dinosaur mount. Oh, look at he's petting him. He's such a good boy. I digress for a moment. So all 3 of them unique dinosaur mounts. Mazdamundi's unique dinosaur is the Stegodon Slak. Tic-Tac-Toe's is the unique Pteranodon Swoop. And Krokgar's is the Carnosaur Grimlock. Think about that for a minute, 80s fans. It's Grimlock, Slag, and Swoop. 3 of the Dinobots from Transformers.
I know, it's so good.
It's so dumb. It's so great. You know, screw it. We're going over all the other leaders. Let's go over a few others. We have Gorok. Gorok, the White Lizard, Defender of Itza. He has a cool shield. He has a cool mace. He's fun because he actually starts the game with the most powerful... he starts the game with the most powerful wizard in the entire setting. You know how the elves are such prissy pricks and have... we're so good at magic. We created the Vortex. We're so good at magic. Yeah. The guy who taught the elves was Mazdamundi, by the way. That's like how old and how powerful a lot of lizardmen are. Mazdamundi is one of the ones who basically taught the elves. The guy who taught Mazdamundi is the greatest spellcaster to have basically ever lived, the mighty sorcerer Lord Croak. I'm not joking. His name's over there on the right. K-R-O-A-K, Lord Croak. The man who has single-handedly decimated demon armies basically with a wave of his hand, the most powerful mage to have ever lived. This game is great!
It's so stupid and we love it.
And then there's this violent friend, Tehenhawin, the prophet of Sotek, the serpent god. Being a snake god, what he doesn't like is rats. So this guy hates Skaven. Hates a hypothetical man-sized rat. He's definitely not standing on a pile of right now. And if hypothetical man-sized rats were to exist, he would hate them violently and hunt them down wherever they existed. Anyways, enough pandering about and listen to me prattle on. Let's go get to the good boy. Krokgar, the Last Defender. This is what we're playing as. This guy is great. His main gimmick is that, so a lot of those are more magic heavy. This guy is martial heavy. He likes just kind of, he can use magic. His magic is okay for a faction, but he really just wants to get a whole bunch of Saurus Scar veterans and Saurus Old Bloods. Those are basically very martial units. Get a big honking army and go smash everyone flat. Interesting starting point on the map too. He starts right down here. So most of the leaders start, sorry for the voice clips. I'm just going to quickly show this. So you notice most of them, a couple of them start all over the map, but at least 2 or 3 of them start over on the west coast. That's the jungles of Lustria, heading up into the middle. Oh, you'll notice the map looks suspiciously like a map of our real world Earth, just like with this big curvy island in the middle of North and South America, in the middle of North America and Europe. That's not by accident. This is, again, 80s setting, so it's basically just a distorted map of Europe. Sorry, not just of Europe, of the world. But at the time, the Empire were the default good boys, so of course they started in Europe. Because, look, the game developers are British, all right? Anyways, the Lizardmen, needless to say, if you didn't gather from their Mesoamerican theming, mostly are in South and Central America. Or, I mean, the jungles of Lustria over on the west. Grokgar's weird. He starts over in Fantasy Africa, over on the east side. So he does have an interesting play where you kind of have to make a debate whether you kind of just stay there and make your stand, or if you push west to try and unify and or conquer Lustria. We'll see. Anyways, that is way more than enough prattling. Let's get going. Look at this art. So yeah, Lizardmen are weird. They are the children of the gods. They are basically organic robots. Long story short, in the default, in the lore of Warhammer, there was this faction called the Old Ones. They're the ones that actually terraformed the planet. We're not sure if they were gods or space aliens or what. The Games Workshop has never been clear on this one, and I guess never will be. They terraformed the entire planet. They're the ones who brought magic into the world through this hole in reality up at the North Pole. They created a hole in reality at the North Pole, is how apparently they traveled to and from the Warhammer planet and wherever they're from. They created the Lizardmen as their servitor race, basically, to help terraform the planet, build stuff, erect stuff. Oh, hold on, there might be some voiceover. God damn it, I missed a step. Sorry, folks, going back to the menu for a minute, I missed something. I am very good at this video game.
Happens.
So I forgot there were settings hidden in a third window.
In the name of Magnus.
Thanks, Carl. Where are my settings? Thank you. Okay, leave most of this on normal. Ah! Here's the big one. Something new in Warhammer 3 is, scenarios. So, once you hit a certain point, the end times starts an end game scenario, kind of a final boss fight. For those of you fans of Total War Medieval 2, that's basically remember how the Mongols first show up about halfway through the game, and then the Timurids show up at the end of the game with like 10 end game armies to be like, hello, we are here to conquer the map. That's kind of a final boss fight for all the factions. That can happen here, where one faction just goes, specifically by scripting, goes absolutely ballistic, spawns like 5 armies and goes on the warpath, and they basically become an end game threat. Oh, Spooky McSpookerson is here. Hello, Bibio Games. Yes, I am very good at video games. We're half an hour in and we're about to start. I talk a lot. Deal with it.
There's a lot to talk about.
I am trying to go over almost all of Fantasy Warhammer in one sitting, so sorry, that's like 40 years of lore, so excuse me for being slightly verbose. I am condensing the hell out of this. In any case, I was only going to point out we're only going to be playing with one of them. You can do Black Pyramid, where the skull, the Tomb Kings, the skeletons rise, basically Skeletor. So that's fun. You can do A Grudge Too Far with the dwarfs and their eternal Book of Grudges. You can have the orcs with the biggest wah. The friggin' Wutelgi, the Wood Elves with the Wild Hunt. More vampires, Vampire Ascension. Oh, Chaos Dwarfs. No, we're not doing that. Or the only one that actually matters, and the best one, of course. I'm just going to read the tooltip out loud. When checked, an endgame scenario where absolutely nothing happens will be added to potential threats that can trigger during the campaign. After all, there's no such thing as man-sized rats. Unique endgame scenario, Vermintide. Where absolutely nothing will happen, and there definitely will not be chittering hordes of Skaven out to conquer the map.
Certainly not.
Do we care about anything else? No. Leave that on, leave that on. Yeah, we're fine. Let's rock. Okay, now we load. Where the heck was I? So yes, servitor race, lizardmen. So the old ones created the lizardmen to build everything. The old ones then vanished. Around the same time, demons appeared. In fact, the two happened at the same time. That portal they used to go in and out, it exploded. It turns out it was also a hole to the Chaos Realms. Demons jumped out, started slaughtering, fighting the lizardmen, fighting the elves who were around at the time. The old ones all at that, pretty much the day the demons jumped out, the old ones vanished. We don't know if they died or left or turned into demons or what. Again, Games Workshop, I don't think is ever going to explain exactly what happened, because to be honest, it doesn't really matter. However, their children are left. Yes, as Crocker says, great plan of the old ones must proceed. Death on those who oppose it. So the lizardmen follow the great plan. The old ones left a bunch of instructions written down on golden plaques, like thousands of golden plaques, which now line their temple cities. And the lizardmen have been following the instructions as best they can. Problem is, the old ones aren't really around anywhere to clarify the meaning of certain commands and what is and isn't a command. Excuse me. So the lizardmen have been guessing. Sometimes their guesses seem good, sometimes they aren't. This faction is basically, morality-wise, they're, what's the trope? Blue and orange morality. They mainly usually side with order, because, like the elves and humans and dwarfs, mainly because they oppose chaos violently. Chaos took their parents away. They want them, and they're mad about that, basically, or they're masters, basically. But they're not always on the same side as the humans and others, because sometimes they interpret the great plan as, hey, the other races need to get back into their territory and stop being so uppity, and so then they smash everyone else. They're fun. I skipped something. Whatever. I'll explain as I go. Mainly we're here because, look, okay, for those of you who are already tuned out, I'm sorry, but those of you who are still only slightly tuning in, allow me to explain why you play as lizardmen. They are Aztec dinosaurs riding bigger dinosaurs. What more do you assholes want?
It's so good.
They're great. They're very, oh, that's it, they're caste based. They're cased, however you pronounce that. In any case, so lizardmen again aren't really a conventional society. They're kind of a not a hive mind, but they are very communally minded. They all work in service to the great plan. I guess vague comparisons to the Warhammer 40k Tau and their obsession with the greater good, but more explicit, where they're like biologically different castes. Basically, there's the skinks, cute little guys. They're basically kobold. They're cute. Here's one. There's the saurus, like, well, particularly big and scary saurus, like Krokgar. They're the main warrior caste. The skinks are basically craftsmen, mages, and sometimes like scouts. They're also pterodon riders. The saurus are the main warrior caste. We'll get to the Kroxigors and the Slan in a minute. Kroxigors are giant crocodiles. They're basically Warhammer 40k Ogryn. They're not very bright, but they're amazing brute labor and shock troops. And then there's the Slan, the great toads that sit in meditation of the great plan. The Slan, there are very few of them, but they're like super wizards. Mazdamundi is basically like the head Slan, or one of the strongest Slan to exist right now. But yeah, they're fat frogs sitting on stone plinths who can kill you with their brain. They're great.
It's fantastic. No, I mean, but the Saurus are the best. Or maybe the Skinks, or... I can't decide.
They're all adorable, that's the point. So, now we can actually explain the goddamn UI. We start with an army. It has 9 units in it. Great. We start with 1 province. Motherfucker!
Whoops.
Misclick.
Take 2.
Hey, I'm making a hard save at the start. Sorry, I'm not losing the first whole frickin' turn to a frickin' misclick.
I command here.
Thanks, Franz. Alright, check the rules because, wouldn't you know it, it forgot my settings. Yeah, again, dear Total War, you still have some things you can improve on. And get rid of all these crappy unusual locations, we don't care.
Ah, well.
All right, one more time. As I was trying to explain, we start with one province, the Golden Tower. It's actually a minor. So in Total War Warhammer, there are two kinds of there's two kinds of cities to capture. There's minor settlements and major settlements. To put it simply, minor settlements suck. They only get 3 building slots. They can't build anything good. They're really just there to support the major settlements. Major settlements are the real cornerstones. Those are the ones you want. Each province of them, so each individual little land is called, I think officially it's called a settlement or something. The collection of settlements is called a province. Each province has a single major settlement and 1 or more minor settlements. Actually, a couple provinces only have 0 minor settlements, but I digress. So we have a minor settlement, which means we want the major one. Thank you, Krokar. Alright, and this is mentioning some of the unique facts of Lizardmen. Yes, Lord Croak. We'll explain Geomantic Web and Blessed Spawnings when it matters. Mission issued, capture a settlement. Okay, this is basically a tutorial of, hey, here's what you should probably be doing. You should go capture a settlement. I mean, after all, this isn't called Total Peace Hammer. This is called Total War Warhammer. Go war, people. Alright, what do we got? We have the Golden Tower. Now, Golden Tower is a little better than some, because see that weird little pyramid icon here? That means it has a unique landmark building. If anyone else took this province, they wouldn't be able to build it. The Lizardmen only have a unique building here, the Golden Tower of the Gods. It is apparently a tower of solid gold, hence the name. Anyways, we want this thing. It gives you an absolute metric F-ton of money per turn. We want it. That was easy.
It's real good.
We start with a minor settlement, which allows us to, in the Total War series and in Total Warhammer, you can't just recruit any unit in the game whenever you please. You need to be in a province that has a certain number, the right kinds of buildings. In this case, the basic chump minor, the basic core building only gives you 2 units: Skink Cohort and Skink Cohort with javelins. These guys suck. Sorry, little guys. You're adorable characters. You're very great craftsmen. You are terrible frontline fighters, and this is asking to be a frontline fighter. This is a recipe for disaster. Their stats suck, but they're dirt cheap. They are better than nothing. If you need something to fill a slot, I guess they're better than nothing. Fortunately, we have to start with a much, much better barracks. The Underground Lagoon. Oh yeah, Lizardmen, they spawn. I guess, think Zerglings, sort of, from StarCraft. They don't even they don't even, how do I say this? They don't fertilize their eggs. They don't even lay eggs. Apparently they have, how do I say this? Barbie doll anatomy. Again, like I said, they're like almost organic robots. They just spawn out of spawning pools. These like alchemically and magically charged pools that just Lizardmen occasionally just pop up out of. It's great.
I should point out that, yeah, they only have that kind of anatomy in canon. Fanon, obviously, you can give them whatever you want. Yes,
you are...
with great improvements.
I will leave that to your... further research to your discretion.
It's very good.
In any case... this gives us much better units. Saurus Warriors and Saurus Spears. The difference in 2 Warriors are slightly better against infantry. These Spear units are better against cavalry. So it kind of depends on what we're doing. Now, honestly, we mostly fight an F-ton of infantry, so we mostly want Saurus Warriors. These are a lot better. They're more expensive than Skinks, but they are way stronger. I mean, 32 melee attack, 28 melee defense against... I'm sorry, what do little Skinks have? Yeah, 20 and 24. Woof. There's like 10 higher. Okay, yeah, no. Sorry, Skinks. Alright, where was I? So, step 1. Each army must be led by a lord. In this case, we have a legendary lord, Krokgar. So, he's cool. He's our legendary lord, which means he's extra powerful, extra unique bonuses. We can also use regular lord. The other thing you can do is you can fill your army with units. You can also fill your army with heroes. Here's a little guy, the Skink Priest. So heroes can do a variety of things. They're kind of a special ops unit. You can use them to sabotage enemy provinces, to assassinate other heroes, to do other stuff. Or what I like to do with them is just stick them in a main hero as a very good support unit. Oh right, I need to change the camera settings. The default animations are friggin' slow. What I'm at very bare minimum going to do Turn off animations for allied, turn off animations for neutral. We don't have to watch every single one of these things move. Honestly, even for enemy factions, I might turn some of this off. I'll leave orders for the first few turns just so people watching along can see, but I will turn that off very quickly because it gets very slow. Anyways, safety save. Stream start. The game is nice enough to autosave every turn and keeps the last 5 autosave. That wouldn't have saved me from that stupid misclick because the turn hadn't ended yet. Rebuilding. Alright, let's go blow people up. So, hint, hint, you may want to take, if you have a minor settlement, maybe you should take the major one. This gets our major settlement. You can see here, the province is the Golden Pass. Our major settlement is Teotihuacan. It's ruined. There's nobody in it. Why, this'll be easy. We can just waltz right in, because... Hang on, let me finish.
See the little symbol underneath it?
No, shush! You shush! I know it's green like you are, but shush.
No, but I'm just pointing out, it's like, you can also kind of tell.
Would you let me finish? It's an unclaimed, like I was saying, it's a perfectly unclaimed ruin with nothing in it. Now, with unclaimed ruins, these are freebies. You can just march an army right up to them, hit the colonize button for a cost of money. You just instantly claim it. No fight needed. Great, so we can take this one without a fight. Please ignore the fact there's a green symbol underneath it. Dum 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 dum. Oh, what's this? I wonder what the green symbol meant. Maybe it's the fact that it was infested with rats. So welcome to the Skaven's gimmick. For those who don't know, Skaven are the running gag in the entire Warhammer setting is to keep claiming they don't exist. The joke is that in the Empire, it is claimed they don't exist. Like, you can actually be executed for heresy for claiming that the Skaven are real. Mostly because the couple people in the Empire do know the Skaven are real and don't want the rumors to spread. Anyway, and don't want panic to spread. Anyways, yeah, so Skaven are just man-sized rats. They are admittedly a lot of fun to play. They're fun to play as kind of the same way orcs are, in that they are delightfully manic. They are just so over-the-top ridiculous, it kind of wraps back around to being funny. They are evil, thieving, stealing, cannibalizing. They use basically depleted uranium rounds in some of their equipment. They use basically radiation in everything, or it's these glowing green crystals called warpstone, but it's basically radioactive material. They use it in everything. They kill and eat each other all the time. They use warpstone to mutate rats into giant ogre rats. They do all kinds of nonsense. They're hilarious. They also have their cavalry are hamster wheels. I wish I could make up something that cool. They have hamster wheel cavalry that fire lightning from warpstone crystals. In any case, their other gimmick is that they can pretend a settlement is abandoned. Their settlements are hidden until you actually approach them. Let's see, who are we up against? We're up against, ignore that guy's name. He's just, this army here is just a garrison. It doesn't have an official lord, so what the game has done is just picked one unit, give it a unique name of Absit, and just said, hey, you count as a lord now for game programming, just so the game doesn't crash. You're welcome. Congratulations, try not to die. Congratulations on your promotion, try not to die. Just kidding, you're going to die. What do we have? We got a bunch of clan rat spears, a couple of Skaven slave spears, a couple of clan rats, more clan rats, Skaven slave slingers. Okay, so all these units are crap. Just crap. In fact, even the game tells you if you auto-resolve, I could hit the auto-resolve button and just win this instantly, but screw it, let's show this off. Aha! But this is a major province. This settlement has walls. You can see because we can build siege equipment. So we're just going to sit here for a couple turns and build siege equipment like a bunch of pansies. Oh wait, we're dinosaurs. All legendary, I believe in plus in total Warhammer 3, I believe all legendary lords now have a unique trait, or this specific trait, and a bunch of lizardmen units have the trait Siege Attacker, which means they can act as a living battering ram. What this means is you can, first of all, you can launch a siege instantly without, because normally you'd have to, you literally are not allowed to hit the start battle button until you have siege equipment built. With a Siege Attacker, you skip that step. You just launch the siege instantly, because why bother sitting around building rams? We already have one. He's a very good boy. We give him good pets.
Yes.
The other thing is, like I said, pretty much, I believe now all legendary lords count as siege attackers also, so Krokkar just by himself on foot counts as a battering ram, which honestly for Krokkar kind of makes sense. Oh, the other perk of siege attacker, so you can attack walls and gates with normal, you can attack them normally with infantry units, it takes freaking forever. Siege attackers get the gates down relatively fast. In any case, enough of that. So that's the turn base, let's do some real-time battle. Continue the siege, hell no. And so I could hit, so watch, I can see the continued siege. In which case we just siege them out. Now the other thing we could do is just sit down and wait. In 10 turns, they're going to get wiped out instantly. They're slowly suffering attrition. Oh god, this settlement is crap. They have their basic capital.
All those poor things.
And rattling warrens. Oh boy. Yeah, they're not having a good day.
Helpless.
Good. More sacrifices for the serpent god. Oh yeah, Sotek, look, did I mention these guys draw from British people in the 80s interpretation of Mesoamerican cultures? So, Sotek demands very particular sacrifices. We'll get to that in a minute. Fortunately, we're not playing as Tehenhoin, so it's not an explicit mechanic. Tehenhoin actually literally has sacrifices as a game mechanic. Krokkar doesn't care.
I'd like to point out that this is all just in canon, not fanon, so it's fixable.
Yes, hashtag I can fix them. They're hot, therefore I can fix them. Anyways, so we could continue the siege, or we could just slam the fight battle button. Let's do that. Alright, it's loading the map. We can see here, okay, that's our map. So, the vicious rat men are all holed up in the city. We are going to go smash down the gates and take where our objective is to take that big flag up in the top left corner, marked with the Warhammer symbol. As it's a Warhammer, get it? Our objective is to take that and just stand on top of it. We stand on top of it. It's basically King of the Hill. If we stand on that flag for long enough, we win. They will attempt to do everything to drive us off of it. Our other plan is just to kill everyone, because we can just do that too. So, at the beginning of each battle in Fantasy Warhammer, we can basically determine how much magic we start with. So we could attempt to gamble by channeling magic to gain more winds of power. We could just say, screw it. I don't care about winds of power, really, let's start battle. Oh, we actually do care about winds of power. We have our friend Ratok here, who does have a spell. What is this? Ratok, I love you, you're adorable, you are very cute with your very cute mask. You are garbage right now. You don't have any spells. Alright, we'll fix that later. Wizards are a bit quadratic wizards in this game, where once leveled up they can get terrifying. Mazdamudi and Lord Croak, both in particular, if when properly leveled up, are two of the most dangerous units in the entire fucking game. I do not use that term lightly. Swearing for emphasis. But yeah, at the beginning, they kind of suck. Anyways, alright, basic strat time. So we got some infantry. More infantry. We have our squishy wizard, who should honestly just probably stay in back and cheerlead. That's kind of his best use. We have infantry, more infantry. We have the cavalry, and then we have the stegodon. So, there are some very fun cheese strats you can do with AI in Total War. I think actually it's very bright. Oh, let's zoom in. Oh, look at these ramshackle walls that Skaven built. This is a cool thing about the game. Every faction gets their own model. Anyways, I have to be careful using WSD while talking. Anyways. Every faction has their own unique wall. Skaven, it's all ramshackle and crudely boarded up. And it's all, yeah, it's all this like underground settlement full of, well, vermin. It's all diseased and decayed. Look, if you've played Vermintide 2, you've seen Skaven settlements. They're nasty, nasty places. Anyways. Oh, there's one of their wheels, though. They're cute.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There's a corruption mechanic, and Skaven corruption is, you can imagine.
Where's the map? Here's the camera. There's our camera. Okay, so here's our good boys. Oh yeah, we never checked out the good guy. Here's Krokkar. There he is. Our skink priest, who's going to be cheerleading. Some of our infantry, the Saurus warriors. These are spears. Okay, if they had cavalry, great. They don't have calves, so we don't care. Oh, these guys. See the fact that the icon under them is orange? These aren't just Saurus warriors, these are blessed Saurus warriors of a blessed spawning. Hence the red markings and slightly higher than normal stats. So these guys are great. They're they're not fully elite units, but they're quasi-elite units. They're great.
The blessed spawning means they have two heads and they step on your tacos. Oh wait.
Wrong game.
I know.
These are skink cohorts with javelins. Did I mention Blizzardmen have absolutely god-awful ranged units? These guys have a grand total of 3 shots, because, you know, they're javelins. They just can't pack that many. So they're not really a ranged unit. They're more like a melee unit with a cute gimmick. And honestly, not very good one. Missile strength 16 is garbage. It is poisoned, though. I forgot they can poison, which debuffs the enemy about minus 15% to a lot of their stats. That's okay. We do some cav. Oh, hell yes. The raptors, the cold ones. And yes, you can crack open the boys with a cold. If you're fighting orcs with these guys, you can crack open the boys with a cold one. They're great. They're a cavalry unit. They're very useful to chase down fleeing units. And for the sieges, our ace in the hole, the good boy, the feral stegodon. It basically a triceratops, but also has a thagomizer. Look, the lizardmen dinosaurs are kind of a Heinz 57 of a bunch of different real-life species, and this is based on real-life species in the 80s, so you notice none of them have feathers. Just roll with it. Alright, enough jibber-jabbering for me. What am I gonna do? Okay, so that cliff up there, see? That cliff up there, and here's the cliff where I'd put my ranged units. If I had any.
Oh yeah, if you're playing as the dwarfs, you can set your artillery pieces up there and just shell them to
Dwarfs,
pieces.
nothing. Play as the elves. Put your Lothern Sea Guards up there, or better yet, Sisters of Avalorn, and just mow down everyone on the map. Good gods. Anyways.
Sisters of Avalorn. The level 20 rangers that spec everything into bows so they can fire literal nukes.
They fire magical flaming air. Yeah, no, it's basically like they fire the arrow equivalent of depleted uranium rounds. They're insane. Anyways. What am I supposed to be doing? You know what? Screw it. Oh, wait. I'm Lizardmen. Our Lizardmen plan is very simple. Smash open the gate, run to the flag, and kill literally everyone who tries to stop us. Setting up some groups here.
Lizardmen are extremely straightforward in their battle approaches. And that's why we love them. One of the reasons why we love them.
Okay. Grouped up our units here into basic groups. Again, Skink Wizard will be providing emotional support. You all are going to be here. Skink Cohorts, again, I'm just going to treat them as a melee unit because it's too much trouble to try and keep them with kid gloves just because they technically have a garbage range attack. I already said that, I digress. Okay, most importantly, you know what? Epic. Charge! Take that gate, Skegadon. They've only got Skaven Slave Slingers. What are they going to do? Hurt you? Gruckgar, you can come help. Now, if I were a crafty commander... Crap, they're shooting back. Oh, wait, they're slingers. We don't really care. Gruckgar, are you coming? Great. Oh, I forgot, you're slow as molasses. We'll get a cavalry unit for him in a minute. Now, what else was I doing? Oh, yes. Rest of the team. Yeah, get that door down. What the? Oh, you cheating bastard. They used Skaven unique ability to summon a pack of clan rats right on top of us. Unfortunately for them, well, there they go. Aha, look at them run. Hey, go chase them down.
Oh, you gotta love it.
Get them. Get those filthy rat men. Ha ha ha, they totally run when they see a dinosaur riding another dinosaur. How's that gate doing? Come on, 50%, about a third health. You can do it. Fellas, it didn't work the first time, why would it work the second?
Hee hee. Silly rats.
Those silly rats never learn. Where was I? Come on, gate. Oh. So another mechanic is morale. What has happened to these Skaven is, oh, they're skull flaying. Oh, no, never mind, they're all dead. What, is one of my troopers flaying? No? Thank you. Okay, good. Whoa, hold on. Hold that thought. The gates are down.
Time to squish the rats.
New plan, all units forward.
I just imagine if we can grow the dinosaurs even bigger, they can just sit on the gate and it'd be really
We will
funny.
get bigger dinosaurs in a minute.
Yes. Yes.
Look at those rat men. All right, watch this. Attack! Get him, Krokar. Go, go, go. Ha 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 ha! Ah, this game's great.
Yes.
Just wait till we get bigger dinosaurs. Yeah, you think this dinosaur's big? Wait till we get more of. Oh, oh! Did Krokar do a sync kill? Yeah! Oh! Ha ha ha! Get him! Oh, and there goes another one. Whee! Good times. Man, he is just face blasting everyone today. Jeez. So, Legendary Lords have. Oh, there he goes. Legendary Lords have a lot of unique animations. There's what's called synchronized kills or sync kills, which is where they get their own little like pre-rendered animation from them being extra badass. Krokers with a lot of them right now. One of them is there he goes. That metal arm of his left arm, the hand of the gods, is basically has a death laser in it. He's grabbing them with that hand, then blowing their faces off with the death laser. This game's great. Oh, here come the
and here's the
gold ones.
cavalry.
Get him! Get him!
Yes. Such good raptors.
How's the morale doing? They still have morale? I am genuinely shocked. Okay, so let's pause the carnage for a moment to explain what's happening. So for the enemy, the red bar is their health. If that runs out, they all die. That's their physical health. It takes damage as they get hit. The gray bar is for fans of Total War series may recognize it, is their morale meter. That generally goes up as they win and goes down as they lose. In this case, they're getting their asses kicked, so that morale meter is dropping. If the morale meter hits a low value, they will start retreating. They gain a flag icon over their head. They will break and run. They will stop trying to fight. They'll instead attempt to flee the battle. If, however, with just the flag icon, you can get the morale back. If they recover the morale, usually by running away far enough, or if, for example, a lord gets near them and uses their leadership aura to kind of bolster them, then their morale can recover and they can rejoin the fray. However, if that flag gains a skull on it, then they are completely broken. That means they are attempting to flee the battle and will not stop. You cannot attempt to regain control of them. If it happens to our units, that means they're basically lost. We can't regain control of them for the fight. Which, then again, running away is better than dying. I'm going to be honest here. I'd rather they run away at low HP than die completely. Because dead units are a lot harder to replace than alive units. In any case, let's get the infantry in here and mop up. Charge the gates! The other thing that can happen, lizard men can mess with the morale system because a lot of their units cause terror. I think Pearl Stegonon's one of them. Hang on. Pausing for caution mode. Yep, causes terror. Great. That causes melee units to rout for a short time just on the spot. It also reduces their leadership, which is great. Oh, no, this actually causes terror. Yeah, so this causes fear, which also reduces leadership. This is the upgraded form. Causes terror, which also means every once in a while they cause enemy units to just flee on the spot, regardless of leadership. A lot of lizardmen can cause terror, and it's really useful. Back to the carnage.
Because they're so big and scary and
Ow.
gory and spunky.
Hang on, Coldman's getting hit. Getting hit bad. Get out of there. Expect you guys to get your asses kicked.
Yeah, the problem with cavalry is you need to kind of micromanage.
They're
them. You need
squishy.
to, like,
So
move in and charge and then
Yep.
run away. Move in,
your
charge,
warriors
run
flee.
away.
Okay, so the cold ones are on their way out. They're running. They broke. Sorry, they're not broken completely, but they are running for it. Hopefully we'll get the morale back, but I don't really care. They've done their part. Let's get the rats. Can you tell I'm really good at this game? My main strategy is just attack, move, and hope I win. You idiots, kill them already. Is there an attack move button? I kind of forgot. Oh man, the camera even shakes when because of crazy stuff happens.
They call the beat stumping.
Oh, he's getting tired. That's yet another mechanic. Vigor. Cavalry especially care a lot about vigor. Fighting tires your units out. Once they're tired, they move more slowly and don't fight as well. They can recover that by not fighting for a while, by taking a break. But obviously that's not possible right now. Marco, would you get in there and help? Come on. Oh, hey, my cold ones are covered. They're back in the fray, but they're really badly hurt, so we just leave them be. They can just chill out here for a while. You know, escape and run really fast. They bite mechanic and very low morale and die. Obviously low morale. Their morale starts dropping when basically anything happens to them. Observe. They already just lost half their morale, just basically Croc Cards just running in. And there goes the rest of the morale. Come on. There it goes. They're running.
Yeah, Skaven's big weakness is cavalry, because Skaven break, they lose morale very quickly, but they also recover it very quickly, so it's kind of a hit and run thing with them. Cavalry counters that, because they can just chase them down and just stomp them. Beats me.
Second, I'm going to pull you back also. You should take on a... Oh, the Clan Rat spears. That's why you're getting your ass kicked. Darkguard, change of plans. Could you help out the Stegadon? Okay, good. They're starting to break. Because I forgot they had spears. Spears are anti-large. They do extra damage to large units, like Stegadons. Get their ass! No, yes. Come on. Get their ass. I'm gonna speed this up a bit. I second on recover. Oh, never mind, we win. Why did I tell you I'm great at video games? Yeah, that could have gone better. Oh well. Did I mention I'm really bad at this?
Works.
Then again, we didn't take that many losses. It's just our poor Stegadon got absolutely wrecked. Still alive, though. It's very, very important we don't lose that Stegadon right now. We don't have the buildings to replace it yet. So that's one of the things we'll be working on, is getting enough buildings to start getting a proper army together. Because right now we just have our basic chump little starter army.
Mm.
Which, as you've noticed, isn't great. It's fine. It'll get the job done, but... Alright, but we win! Now we decide what to do with the city.
Dead on it.
I mean, we could. So, we have 4 options. Because what Dominette just suggested is raise. So, raise is burn the city to the ground, completely destroy it, render it actually an abandoned settlement. And we don't really want to do this ever. A lot of the Chaos factions, like Norska and the Beastmen, do want to do this on purpose, because they can't really make permanent settlements. They just, want to burn the world to the ground because they're Chaos. So they do want to blow up settlements. We don't. We could just sack, which is just we steal gold and that's it. We don't take the city. This is stupid. Don't ever do this either. The only reason to do this, if you had an army in the area that wasn't strong enough to hold the city. Correction, the only reason you do this is if you're in the middle of hostile territory, there are enemy armies bearing down on you, and you can't actually hold the city you're about to take. In which case, sure, just grab some gold and run. But in that case, if you're that badly outnumbered, why are you in the area in the first place? I call that a strategic mistake. Okay, we could loot and occupy. Never pick, this is another one, never pick this option ever. If you're going to take the city, friggin' take it. There are loot and occupy, it damages every single building in the settlement. which is bad. And you only get a handful of gold anyways. You get like less than half the value of the buildings you lose anyways. If you're gonna hold the city, you might as well just hold it. Anyways, you were to pick the default option.
Loot and Occupy also gives you way more unrest, so it also means the city just gets worse.
Yeah, the city kind of hates you because you looted the place.
Yeah, there's a better chance they revolt.
So we'll, by default, we're doing the standard option, Occupy. We own the place. Yes, province secured, golden pass. We just captured and occupied a settlement. Great. A new item gained. We don't really care. We unlocked the right of Sotek. Now wants to go capture 2 provinces. Sure, that sounds reasonable. What rights do we have? By what right? Lizardmen unique, they get 4 unique rights. We just unlocked the right of Sotek, which... Oh, it's the one that causes... It's the second one from the left. It causes attrition to enemy armies within your territory. We don't really care about that one. These are okay. We don't really care about the rights, I'm going to be honest here. Right of Awakening is okay every once in a while, but... Most importantly, we have a major settlement. This allows for a lot of fun. Step 1, we kind of like a province bonus. We control all settlements in the province, which means we get to pick an alignment. We get to pick a unique bonus for that province. Every faction has different options here for the Lizardmen. This is what alignment, the geomantic web, the nexus of ley lines that crisscross the world. You determine how they are to be aligned within this province. We have alignment of war to get more, to recruit armies better. We have alignment of order, which is kind of a defensive one. Gives you more options during a defensive siege, and also get more control and less corruption, which is nice on the strategic side of things. Alignment of monuments is pretty good. Gives you more research, lets you build buildings faster, and spoilers, at higher tiers also boosts diplomatic relationship with the Lizardmen factions, which has its uses. By default, though, we'll be doing the 4th one, alignment of crafting, which just means more money. We want more money. So, here's a settlement you can build in a minor settlement. You notice there aren't a lot of options. You notice all the ones with the rig red X up top are crossed off. Everything above level 3 is crossed off because minor settlements cap out at level 3. Did I mention they can't build anything good? For Lizardmen, they can build 1 or 2 decent buildings. They can build a nice moneymaker over here with the Croxagore Labor District. They can build the minor spawning pools, which upgrade into the spawn pools of the Chosen. That gets you a bunch of skink units. That's one. It does get us Croxagore. But major settlements are where the real fun starts. Alright, here's some Lizardmen buildings. There's a lot of buildings. The good news is most of them don't matter. Long story short, what we'll be prioritizing is money. It's so cute too, the flavor text. From Skink Favelas to Skink Barrios to the Croxagore Labor District. The flavor text here. The labor districts are where the skink handlers farm out Croxagore labor for favor or a price. Favors? Oh my. Truly, the mind boggles. Now, most importantly are the 3 big purple buildings in the middle, the advanced military buildings that upgrade all the way to levels 4 and 5. So in the middle we have the Shrine of the Old Ones, upgrading to the Ziggurat of the Old Ones. To worship the great plan of the Old Ones. This thing's great. It reduces corruption, it boosts income, and most importantly allows us to recruit more heroes, more skink oracles and skink priests. We have a skink priest right now, that are wizard. We'll get a skink oracle in a minute, hopefully. In fact, once we build this, we can start recruiting one. We want to build this. Over on the right, very useful, the Temming Pens leading up into the Pyramid of Itzel. Itzel being, all the old ones have different names and different pantheons, I guess, because they were, again, were the old ones space aliens, gods, or both? Are we doing Jack Kirby's Church, the gods? Whatever. Itzel was the old one of beasts and the wild places of the world. So this is the Pyramid of Itzel. The old, it says here, yes, the old one god of cold-blooded beasts. So yes,
they're very good boys.
This we want because this lets us recruit all the dinosaurs. That Feral Stegodon we have, normally we'd need the level 3 version, the Beast Layer, in order to build and recruit them. We get a lot of fun toys here. In fact, I installed a mod specifically so we get another fun toy in here. Most importantly, this is the one we really want, Stegodons. Okay, remember I said Lizardmen have sucky range units? This is the one exception. They actually have a halfway decent range unit. This is the Stegodon. Decent ammo, decent range, decent missile strength for a range unit, and most importantly, also extremely powerful in melee because you think, they're just squishy archers, we'll catch them in melee. Yeah, in melee, it's still a goddamn dinosaur, so good luck killing it.
Heck yeah.
The mod adds a new unit, which I believe in tabletop is available to Lizardmen, but for some reason isn't in the game. It's available to of all factions. I think the frickin' Wood Elves get these things. I don't know the lore reasons why. I'm not familiar with these things in Warhammer lore. All I know is they are adorable lizard tar things. They're so cute. They're called Zotes. They're adorable.
Mm-hmm.
So this adds a mod where they're now also recruitable by Lizardmen, because, come on, they're lizards. Why? But let's get some more lizards. They're lizard tars. They're cute. Let's get them.
Heck
They're
yes.
okay.
They're so adorable.
The one we really, really want is all the way at the top, which is going to take a very expensive endgame building, so we probably won't get to see them for a while, because we need a lot of money to even build the building, much less recruit them. We get Ancient Stegadon. Now, you might wonder, comparing... In fact, I can compare. Fun fact, in this game, you can compare... You toggle details, I think, or... I forget. No, I can't compare her. You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll notice these guys have less range, less ammo, and I believe slightly higher missile strength. Why the hell would you take them? They have a unique property, fire while moving. These things are not just ranged artillery. They're officially classified as a missile monster. They're better thought of as a melee unit that also has a halfway decent range attacks. They are excellent jack-of-all-trades units because they can fight in melee like a giant dinosaur. They still have halfway decent melee attack and defense. 2632 isn't great attack and defense, but it's not bad. 130 armor is, man, if they don't have armor piercing, good luck killing them, even if you have anti-large. And most importantly, they have a halfway decent ranged attack, so you can't really catch them at range either. You can't just run away and outrange them. Except their range of 115 is kind of garbo, but oh well. Okay, then there's the third building, the Sacrificial Altar of Sotek. Where's the fun version? Here we are. I'll let you read the flavor description yourself. I'm not reading that out loud. They
Yeah. It's yeah.
It's strawberry jam. That's what it is. It's all it's all strawberry jam.
It's 100% strawberry jam, and don't let anyone say otherwise.
Anyways, more importantly, then it upgrades into the Golden Ziggurat of Sotek, which gives us, now this doesn't sound terribly useful. This doesn't unlock any new heroes. It gives us a bit of income from both battle loot, which isn't bad. It unlocks one of the single most dangerous units of the entire game, to the point where you need multiple Golden Ziggurats of Sotek to start recruiting any serious numbers of them. The Dread Saurian of Lustria.
Yes.
Unit classification,
yes.
Colossal Monster. This is one of the largest units they've ever put in a Warhammer game. I believe some of the mythological units in Total War Troy may tie with it. This thing is bonkers. This thing is an Ancient Stegadon, but bigger and angrier. You'll notice its ammo, range, and missile strength are basically the same as Ancient Stegadon. It also has fire while moving. So it's basically thought of as an Ancient Stegadon, but even scarier, because it has 52 melee attack, which means it hits a lot more. Weapon strength 188 means it hits like a bus. Yeah, no, this thing is scary, scary, scary. We want a lot of these, and honestly, the more of them, the better. The problem is, again, it's very hard to field large numbers of them, because we're limited to 2 of them per major settlement we take, and that's if we fully upgrade and fully build the major settlement, which takes forever and is super expensive. So we probably won't be seeing a lot of them, unfortunately, but man, do we want them. That was a whole lot of talking. Sorry. Sorry, Andor, you're welcome. We also have right now a growth building built on the Skink Foraging Camp, into the Insect Breeding Farm, into the Meat Storage Hall. It's so cute. They have some cute flavor text. Cooling halls that shelter meat away from Chotek's rage, the sun. It helps keep food relatively fresh. Ah yes, we'll learn more about Chotek, the sun god, and his burning gaze. He's actually fun. Anyways. More immediately, what I'm going to do right now, thanks to a couple settings I've tweaked, I actually don't need growth buildings, so we're actually going to, what happen here is we're going to hit the demolish building button. Next turn, that will destroy it, give us 300 money back, and also free up the building slot. You'll notice our building slots are very limited. We only get 8 per major settlement, and one of those is taken up by the actual province capital. So, it's one of my annoyances with the game, actually. It's very... I'm going to be honest here, I'm more of a builder than a fighter, so it's weird for playing a Total War game, but the war part isn't actually the most interesting part for me. I prefer the building part, and the Total War games have never been much for building. I think the closest Total War game that actually had any serious focus on like building and the non-war side of things was probably Medieval 2, with its focus on also a bunch of espionage and marriages and the religion mechanics and all that stuff. This game also doesn't really have a whole lot that isn't war. I'm going to be honest, even the diplomacy system is pretty lackluster. I'm honestly going to be ignoring it for the most part.
Yeah,
well.
like you can make agreements with people and stuff, but like it is also called Total War. So yeah.
In any case, the good news is we took the settlement. We are now in friendly territory, so all that damage we took will heal a bit. Our units will replenish a bit next turn. All of our infantry and Krokar will fully heal. The Stegodon will sort of heal. I'm going to have to be careful with the next fight. Like, he's basically going to smash down the gate and then run for it. I can't let him get hurt that badly next time. However, also our units got enough XP, they can level up. So that's why the button in the bottom right says unassign skill points. First up, Krokgar. You'll also notice he gets 2 skill points. That's in a mod I'm running where they get double skill points, especially very useful for legendary lords to actually be able to get all their skills, which is nice. All right, what do we got? Passive. So legendary lords especially have a bunch of unique passives up here. Unfortunately, we don't get the goodest boy Grimlock until level 18. I forgot it takes that long. God, he didn't even get his first cavalry unit to level 7. Oh. All right, well, hopefully we can get there. I really want to show off Grimlock. I could have set things up so he started the match at a higher level. I probably should have, but I forgot to. Oh well. All right. First of all, one of his unique passives, the Spawning of Shottle. As his title, the Last Defender of Shottle. That's one of the cities that fell to demons early on. Anyways, this is great. This gives him 50% physical resistance, so we'll take 50% less basic melee and weapon damage from just about everything. Unique ability, he can buff himself to give himself even more physical resistance and recharge some vigor. Nice. About that. So I give him a buff. He can use himself once, not just once per fight, once per minute during a fight. Okay, that'll be fun. Okay, then we have, as with all lords, we have 3 options. The yellow path is boost their own physical attack power. The red path boosts their units. All units under their command get buffs. We want the blue route. We want the blue route, we want the blue route, we want the blue route. The blue route buffs all of their strategic layer stuff. It starts out with movement speed, it'll get us some other buffs later. Long story short, early on you want to prioritize a mixture of red route and blue route. Red route to get so units don't suck, blue route so you can actually do a goddamn thing on the world map. We'll probably be kind of alternating the two and leveling them up. We will save yellow for much later. Yellow, it's nice to get some personal buffs on them, we don't need them right now. And it's not nearly as important as making sure their army doesn't suck. Put it this way, yellow route buffs 1 unit. Picking red route buffs up to 19 units. You do the math. He's not the only skill points, though.
Blue route means you can move faster and also get more armies.
And recover faster, boost casualty replenishment rate, recruit costs, they don't boost all kind of stuff. Anyways, he's not the only leveled up, though, because our hero, that Skink Priest, also leveled up. Okay, options. Oh, he can get a minor blessing already. Ooh. Okay, so Lizardmen unique bonus. Their heroes and their legendary lords can pick one of the old ones to gain their blessing. There are a few options here that are really good. So, options that are pretty good. I'm partial to the giant dinosaurs, so the Blessing of Itzel, the Crater Meld of the Beast, is not bad. For heroes, though, it's not great. It reduces upkeep of all the dinosaur units by 5%. Okay, they're a little cheaper per turn. I'm going to be honest here, at a certain point in the game, money is going to stop mattering, and honestly, 5% just Glasscottle isn't bad. I don't know which old one this is. In any case, the buff is it gives control +1 to local province, so they'll revolt less. What helps here is that once they capture province, it usually starts with really low control, and giving your heroes and lords some control bonuses is nice for even if they only stick around for 1 or 2 turns. That's 1 or 2 turns of extra control, which helps keep the place stable. It also is nice to drop their wound recovery time in case they get wounded. It means they'll come back faster, so that's nice. This one, no. No. Buffing Star Infantry and Temple Guards, Okay, this is the other debate. So the big debates are Itzel, Glasscottle, or Chotek. So Chotek, the Sun God. There's another reason he's awesome. He slightly buffs their hit points, and most importantly, enables flaming attacks. He sets their weapons on fire, which means when they attack, they don't do regular weapon damage, they do fire damage. Hey, remember I mentioned that physical resistance Krokgar just got? It's useless against fire damage. This unlocks a few tricks. Flaming attacks are much harder to defend against. It's much harder to get a lot of damage resistance to it. It's also absolutely devastating against undead. Undead in particular are cripplingly weak to flaming attacks. this isn't a bad idea. Now, the problem is on the squishy wizard, who really, honestly, if he's in melee, you've screwed up. So the debate here then goes away from Chotek to probably, honestly, Tlaxcotl. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tlaxcotl? Sorry. I'll try to pronounce it right. Yeah, the other ones are garbage. Where were we? Eatsittle, again, between Eatsittle and Tlaxcotl, I'll take Tlaxcotl. Alright, Minor Blessing of Tlaxcotl, and we need a goddamn spell. Thank you. Harmonic Convergence is a buff spell. What does it do again? Buffs a single ally with some armor, some melee defense, and some melee attack. Better than nothing. It's not really heaven. This is the King Priest of Heavens, so this is the lore of Heavens. Basically he casts all his spellbook is the Heavens spellbook, which has a buff like Harmonic Convergence. That's not what it's known for though. What it's known for though is shit like Uran's Thunderbolt. This is your Blaster Caster. Yeah, we want this. This is great. I believe this is the one that summons a roaming ball of lightning that blows up everything it hits. I have videos of what this thing can do in action, all set to a really fun song, Electric or like Orchestra's Mr. Blue Sky. In fact, I should go link that in the Discord. It's fun.
Yeah, everybody goes zippy zappy.
Anyways, enough of that. All right, what other buttons? So the bottom right is kind of reminding us of other stuff we have to do or can do. Other stuff. Research. Oh man, I completely forgot. We can get smarter. We can research things. So every faction can research things. The Lizardmen have this button, the Great Plan, which gives a lot of buffs to Strategic Map and Economy. There's also Cold-Blooded, which gives a lot of buffs to their units. We want these. These give us stronger units. These usually just give numerical bonuses to units, which are still very useful. Tee-hee. There's fun stuff like this.
Rampaging.
In any case, we mostly want, as you might guess, we mostly want the utility and economy stuff first. That gets us more gold. That lets us not die. Now, the real debate is what's grabbing here. Okay. Recruit rank, we don't really care. No. Campaign movement range is hard to come by. I don't think, if my mods are working, I won't need it. I have made a few mods to how the game works. I should have maxed out campaign movement range because I do not like the way they handle campaign movement range, so I've basically just maxed out and been done with it. Hopefully it'll work. More money, a little more money. More money from looting, raising, and sacking settlements. I already went over why all three of those are terrible options. Casual replenishment. Oh, plus 5%. Whoopie-doo. Oh, gee, it's a Stellaris buff. Wow, a whole 5%. Anyways. Where were we? Ooh. Okay, the third one's kind of garbage, but those first two. Hello, leadership plus 5 to literally everyone. Hello, ward save plus 5% to literally everyone, including all of your own units. Ward save, you know that physical damage resistance? This is damage resistance to everything. Ward save reduces literally all damage taken. This is actually pretty good. Even 5... okay, unlike a Stellaris buff, 5% there's actually pretty good, and you honestly won't see higher than 5% in a while. This also ain't bad. Yeah, we want that also. And then all the stuff down here is a bunch of economy stuff, which we also really want. The big one down here I'm going to tell you right now, this one, Sequence Geological Prospecting, it doubles all income from mines and quarries, so those gold mines the Lizardmen can get turn even into bigger gold mines. They're great. The other cool one is right here. One of the final ones, determining the Great Plan, which when you research this and get a province up to tier 4 or 5, there are climate penalties. Different factions are better suited to certain climates than others. This negates the climate penalties for Lizardmen, so they can start ignoring the normal climate rules as long as they can build up their city enough. It's great.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
It also leadership plus 5 when fighting against armies that spread corruption. I have news to you. Pretty much everything dangerous we're ever going to be fighting is a corruption army. All Skaven are corruption spreading. All Chaos factions are corruption spreading. The vampires are corruption spreading. Yeah, no, pretty much everything scary is there. So actually, we also really want that. Man, see, we still have a couple of good options. I'm going to do this first just for the research rate. Kind of research to research, you know. Plus more magic on a drop chance. That'll be nice. After all, individual lives are of little importance. In the final analysis, only the Great Plan matters. Yeah, again, I guess the comparison here is the Tau. They kind of go, Lisbon going on the Great Plan about the same way the Tau go on about the Greater Good. But they don't have mech. Then again, the Tau have mechas. Lisbon don't have mechas, which kind of sucks. But the Tau don't have giant dinosaurs. Actually, I think they do. They have, what are those things called? Kroots? And some of the other kinds of Kroots? Maybe they do. I kind of forget. I should look them up more. Whatever. Anyways. I've been yabbering enough. Okay, now for the fun option. I'm going to press the end turn button, and you're going to see how many factions are on the map. 296. Oh, sorry, one of them just died. 295. 294. Whoop, got another one. Yeah, the map starts with 296 factions on the map. Most Total War Warhammer games, most Total War games have like 20. Total War Warhammer 2 had, I think, 30. This is insane. This is the giantest, biggest brawl ever heard of in a Total War game. Yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath for a long time. So, new turn. Who dis? Very good. We have some growth. We can build up more provinces. That building slot cleared up. We want gold. We build the thing to get us money. And oh, we can upgrade a settlement level. How very nice. We will upgrade to... You know what? I'm going to upgrade the minor settlement first. Something weird like that. Change of plans. No, I want the major settlement. We're going to do... Yeah, I know what we're doing. Spitballs. I could have recruited last turn. Damn it.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, well.
Ah, well.
Yeah, it's not like I have a ton of money anyways. Do I sit and recruit now, or do I push my luck? Let's save and push my luck. Especially in the beginning, you want to be really aggressive. Nothing ventured and all that.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'm actually going to get some water. We are halfway through the stream. I managed to complete one whole turn. I'm very good at video games. We're going to BRB because I need some water. I've been talking a lot. Enjoy the cool city. I'll go to the BRB. And we are back. Hello, everyone. We're doing it again. Oh, yes. Declaring war on everyone. Now. The eternal debate with Crockgar. Do you push north or south? Because, well, let's double check. Hey, you know what I forgot to go over? Victory condition. How do I actually win the damn game?
Oh, yeah. Minor detail.
Alright, so these are our basic missions. These are like quests, things we can do. We won't be doing all of them. Some of them we'll be ignoring. We don't really care. Anyways, victory conditions. So, there are 3 buttons over here. Short, long, domination. In order from shortest to longest. Short campaign victory. We have to... So these are unique to each faction. We have to... Well, everybody occupy, loot, raise, or sack 30 settlements. So in our case, we occupy. We want to take over 30 settlements. So whether major or minor doesn't matter. but still, we have one, because it doesn't count the one we started with. So basically we have to wind up owning 31 settlements. That'll be a minute. More importantly, we have to destroy, so for short victory, for the one I'm aiming for, we have to destroy the following 5 factions, make sure they're dead. We kill 1 clan of rats, a 2nd clan of rats, the vampires up here, more vampires over here, and a faction of orcs over here. Really, that's it. I forgot how short this is. Alright. Well, hopefully this will go fast. So, problem with that is more immediately, that means 1 clan is north, 1 clan is south. Which way do we go? Thinking things over, I'll probably push north first. What I'm going to do is push north, take out Mordkin and the Silver Host. I'm thinking to turn around, race south, and then deal with everyone else. I think it's going to be the plan. One could call it the Great Plan.
Hey, there it is.
That's what I'll probably do is take out Mordkin and Silver Host to the north. Can I zoom out? Thank you. Oh, and then it zooms in. Never mind. If I were to keep going, there's the long campaign victory, which is the short, do everything for the short victory, get 60 settlements, so a total of 60, so that's 30 more, and then also take out all these idiots. More the vampires again. One of Khorne's factions, one of the demons of Khorne, the Blood God. More rats. More orcs. This is one of the Beastmen factions up here. Oh, they start in the marshes. Marshes of Madness up here. Okay. Oh. And oh. Okay, then there's the 2 harder ones. These are 2 more of the demons. These are the Oracles of Tzeentch, are demons of Tzeentch, the god of change. They're down here in the Chaos Waste, which is inhospitable territory. They're kind of a pain in the butt to take out because they're down here. Honestly, the even more annoying one, I forgot they're on this list. The Poxmakers of Nurgle. The problem is their starting point. So these are demons serving Nurgle, god of disease. They are all the goddamn way over here. So really your best option is to push up to deal with the vampires and stuff, then push east sail across the sea to go beat them up. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Your alternative is to push over to this eastern colony here. There's a bunch of elves over here. We don't really care about elves, stupid elves. So we're just gonna we could just smash the stupid elves and use that as a forward base to then push north to the Dragon Isles. It's a pain in the ass either way. This is one of the reasons I'm probably not doing long campaign victory, because that's kind of a pain. I'd have to basically recruit an entire army to do that, and that's on top of everything else I'm doing. Oh, and every faction has domination victory, which is very, very, very simple. Take 272 settlements. For the record, that is, I believe, roughly, it's either a third of the map or half the map. I think it's half the map, because I think there's like 550 settlements total. So yeah, basically conquer half the map. Presumably because at that point you kind of, have more territory than everyone else combined, so you kind of just win by numbers right there. Yeah, that, again, I've done it before. It's takes a while, and it's honestly, I don't know how much of it will be very fun to stream, because I'm gonna be honest, once you seen the short campaign, you've kind of seen it all. Gotta be completely honest here, one of the reasons I'm streaming this at all is because I know Total War Warhammer 40k is coming out sooner or later. I know Jay has been interested in Warhammer 40k, so I figured I'd show this off now to get some Total War into the mix. So hopefully we can then compare it with Total Warhammer Group 40k and see what's changed. And how Creative Assembly screws it up this time with their god-awful DLC policies, but I digress.
Oh god, no kidding. Idiots.
In any case, we're gonna take...
You know what's really funny, though? You kept saying, oh, it's going to be so far to get those, like, Nurgle Pox guys over there. That's not very far on the map at all.
I guess. I'm making a bit of a molehill. I just hate, because the land route is... Don't take the land route here. The land route here is this mountain pass. It takes a friggin' year and a day to get through. It takes forever. There is a really cool settlement here, Nagashazar, which is the seat of one of the original liches, the seat of Nagash himself. He's basically Skeletor. Look, again, this is all based on 80s media. He's Skeletor. He's basically just Skeletor. Alas, he is not opposed by He-Man.
I mean, if you're playing as Empire, it would be.
But does he have Castle Grayskull?
And more importantly, is he voiced by Mark Hamill? The answer is probably not, but oh well.
In any case. Oh yeah, I think the new He-Man movie came out, as far as I understand, it was absolutely god-awful.
I have not heard good things about it, no.
I've heard, like, worse script scenes since some of the Schumacher Batman and Robin movies, which is not high praise.
Damn.
Anyways, where were we? Oh yes, taking this again, perfectly innocent settlement with absolutely nothing in it. Please ignore the fact that it's certainly suffering Skaven corruption and climbing. Little pro tip for people: if you see Skaven corruption, that means Skaven.
But no, man-sized rats don't exist. Oh wait, we already did that joke. Movement range.
See, and I had to reload because there was a better way to do this. Aren't you glad I loaded? All right, saved. Again, I think I've said it before, and sorry if I'm repeating myself, but like, I'm probably just going to be doing short victories because, again, honestly, there's going to be wearing thin on me pretty fast. I just mainly want to do it just to show off the Lizardmen because they're freaking adorable. And it's just like, name one other game where you can play as this kind of faction. Seriously, I will wait. Name one. And you can't even name the other Warhammer games. You can't play as Lizardmen in the other Warhammer games. They're not in Vermintide. They weren't in Warhammer Online. They weren't in any of the other Warhammer games. They're not in Warhammer 40k. To my knowledge, I don't think there's been an Age of Sigmar game that included the Seraphon. In fact, there's been barely any Age of Sigmar games for good reason, because apparently nobody likes Age of Sigmar. Okay, little tip for Total War. Doing that turn better. So since I now know I can't take it in 2 turns, or since I can't get there in 1 turn, take it in 2, I will instead move here and rest. So I'm now still in friendly territory. My final signal can rest up a little bit, and hopefully next turn I'll have the movement range to... Hopefully I have the movement range to deal with it. Am I going to be close enough? You know what?
What
Screw
about
it.
in camp?
Yeah, all right. Let's do the opposite. So we have a few different movement stances here. There's March stance, which boosts campaign movement range. The problem is it gives you a F ton of other debuffs. The biggest problem is that you can't attack in this stance. It says battle initiation disabled. No sieging cities, no attacking other armies, none of that. So that's kind of terrible. What's down here? Oh, ambush stance. This is a sneaky stance where you can attempt to ambush an enemy army that passes near you. Problem with that is you have to wait for another army to pass near you, so it's not very useful for most people. It is very useful for a few characters to remove all its drawbacks. We're not playing as them. I think Oxyotl has a really good ambush stance. Lizardmen have a unique one, Astromancy, where they move slower, but they have better line of sight and a better chance to defend against ambushes and other trickery. So that's fun. We can channel the Winds of Magic, which gives us more magic points when starting a fight. We never care about this because we don't use our spellcasters that much. Alright, this is the one Dominant mentioned in camp, which is you move slower, but it enables replenishment even in hostile territory. Normally you can't heal while in, like, I'm in hostile territory right now. Normally I wouldn't be able to heal, but now, see, I have a little camp set up. Look at the little huts around us. It's cute. Sorry it's all low res. I have the graphics down to super low right now to save my graphics card. Apologies. I know that make the stream look less great. I'm very good at streaming. Anyways. But yeah.
Dude, stop apologizing.
This is in camp
Spending
stance,
so much time apologizing.
which means we heal in enemy territory now. And if we care about recruiting, we can even recruit here. But again, we don't really care about recruiting right now. So, however, that was our entire turn. Anything else to do around here? Not really, no. Let's go. Whoop, there are a bunch of factions. Man, that was like, what, 10 of them? Oh, you saw Teotihuacan shrink and grow. It has actually changed its model to a new model to update the fact it's bigger now. No longer a cold blood commune, it is now a temple precinct, and we can now create it to a holy ziggurat. Which we will do. Oh, I have no money left. Oh well. All right. Now I'm in range. Safety save. More rats. All right. We've already seen this battle. I'm going to do something risky. What happens if I push this button? All right, fine. So look at that. There are more rats in there. We got a new item, a magic item. We can give magic items to our lord and our heroes to give them higher stats because magic equipment. Okay, that'll be heal up, all right. Do we have any blessed spawnings yet? Nothing good. Okay, cool. That's the unique mechanic lizard may get. Again, those orange icon units. Do we have any regiments of renown? Purple icon units. Every faction has these. They are turbo good versions of specific units, but you only get two problems. One, they're expensive as hell. Two, you only get one of each ever. I think the only way to get another one is to kill the previous one or dismiss the previous one. So we won't be seeing these ones too much, unfortunately. I might upgrade them to Krokgar's army just have we have one expensive but elite army. In any case, how are we doing? We took, drumroll please, a minor settlement. Okay, this will do. Ooh, it has medicinal plants though. This unlocks a unique building. I got some cute flavor text. This one's okay. What these really do is produce trade goods, which we can trade with other factions to get more money. Kind of we give them money. They give us money.
Herbs.
Yes, we get the herbs. Again, everyone else has different flavor text here. The lizardmen talk a lot about either jungle plants because that's they're supposed to be in jungle. We won't just be in jungle; we'll be everywhere because again, we can kind of ignore climate penalties, which is great. The other nice thing though is gives permanent bonuses to skinks or like fat map wide bonuses to skinks and chameleon skinks. Not much, but a little bit. So that's nice. More importantly, hey, it starts with a spawn for lower castes. Great. I might take some red crested skinks. They're not super tanky, low armor, low melee defense, but like again, they're better than nothing.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
How many can I get? One. Nope, two. Let's get two. Little safety recruit there. Damn sight better than these useless skink cohorts. Oh, I think I can show now. There we go. One cool thing about Total War is when you mouse over, if you mouse over and kind of select unit, then mouse over another one, it'll show a numbers comparison. So I can see here at a glance what the difference is. 7 more leadership, 6 more melee attack, 2 more weapon strength, 15 more charge bonus. And they have another passive. What's that? Whoops. I'll find out next turn. Ooh, more skill points. And it's Krokgar. Cool. Okay. Ooh. Because these are all good. Cheaper recruit. We don't need that one. These two aren't bad. He gives more control and corruption. Again, when we first take a settlement, even if he's only in the settlement for a turn or two, that's usually the most important, like 2 turns, just help get the settlement up and running. Cheap recruitment isn't bad either, though. How many points do I need for that? 4. We need both in bonded service. I want cheaper recruit. Actually, what that means is get a refund, and oh, look at that, they're cheaper now. I still recruit 3 of them, but hey, I saved myself like 100 gold. All right, Skink Priest, you need more spells. I want to run on Thunderbolt.
Lightning bolts.
I want this so badly. So, I should explain. First version just gives you this. First point just gives you the spell. Second point makes it the cooldown shorter and lets you overcast it, kind of supercharge it for an even stronger version. Third point, it just makes it cheaper and reduce miscast chance. Okay, that's not bad. Just makes it better, basically. Cool. So finally, we have a halfway decent spell. And we hit end turn.
It's always so complicated to explain everything, but like the game does speed up quite a bit.
It will go faster now. I've already explained all the basics. Oh, look, it grew again. It is cool the way... This is one thing I like about Total War. It gets you new, unique models.
Grow them bigger.
I can't upgrade here because I don't have enough money. We'll be short on cash for basically the entire game. About the time we're stopping short on cash, about the time I'm probably going to freaking win. All right, what I'm going to do here is the little swappy-do. We're short on cash, but we don't... We need this. So what I'm going to do is something a little cash intensive. I'm going to swap the underground lagoons. I'm going to build it over my major province and destroy it in my minor one. Because you'll notice here, we actually can't upgrade it all the way in our minor province, because it fully upgrades at level 4. Minor provinces can't build level 4. So this is actually kind of a wasted slot, because we'll never see the level 4 version. And those absolutely sexy Temple Guards units. Man, do we want these things. These are like the best infantry the Lizardmen get. They're great.
Gotta love a lizard in a uniform. The good kind.
Their melee attack and melee defense isn't... Their melee attack isn't great. It's not terrible. It's not bad. They are turbo tanky. 38 melee defense, 85 armor with a shield. Charge defense against large foes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, and their weapons are also armor piercing, so they're great counter against armored units. Yeah, these guys are great. Oh, they have even more passes. I didn't know this. They give 50% physical resistance to every lord or hero near them. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know that. In any case, yeah, we want them. So, step 1, more money. Step 2, underground lagoon. The same turn, destroy it in the Golden Tower. What's nice is that'll free up a building slot in the Golden Tower, which... honestly, I'm probably need a little more money. The other thing we need in there is the other red building that spawn pool the lower casts. That's great to build in minor settlements because it only goes up to level 3, but it only needs level 3. So it's great to put in minor settlements because you don't lose anything there. It frees up a precious slot in your major settlements. That'll probably be third non-capital building. It looks like the fourth building on the UI, but again, that first building is always the city center. You can't change that. So I always mentally think of it as the third building. In any case. Enough of that. We have someone who hasn't moved. So look at that. We have some new units. We want to use them. Once again, we can't get anywhere fun in one turn. So we're going to do the old encamp trick again.
Talk. Not talk.
Everyone heal up a little bit. They're not healing much. Woof. Kind of forgot about that. Oh, that's a question. Remind me to do that next turn. In any case, end this one. Oh, Alex is here. Hi, Alex.
Hello, Alex. Welcome on in.
You didn't manage. I got back from a graveyard shift. That's why I'm so late. Need to pack my things for tomorrow, but we're looking in chat. It'll be a lovely Monday, though. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for dropping by.
Heck yeah. Welcome to Warhammer.
Take care of yourself. Aha! Our research is done. And we get some more of those magic items. Yay. Oh, well. More importantly, ooh! New quest.
We don't want to sack things.
It wants me to raise... So this is a randomly generated quest. It wants you to raise or sack a settlement. This is not going to be happening, so this gets just be sitting over 20 turns. Damn it! I really could use some spawning sequence, but I don't want to raise or sack a settlement because that wastes even more turns. And money, which we don't have. Now, the secret shelter wasn't very good. It unlocks a new research. Heck yeah. Research rate plus 15. Let's go. All right. Meanwhile, where were we? Grumble. Oh, well.
You are so slow.
What else can I
You
do?
need to grow big.
Not yet. So, we need some heroes. We can recruit a new hero. So, the Lizardmen have 4 kinds of heroes, and as general rule, I try to put one of each hero in my armies. Just kind of about how it happens. So we have a Skink Priest. We started the game. We can't recruit them. We started the game with one, though, which was nice. We're going to recruit another one, the Saurus Scar Veteran. This is kind of their big military hero. Again, sort of like Krokgar, they're just here to get into melee and go beat everyone up. Now, heroes start with a passive trait, and in this case, we have a choice of 3. Okay, we got Fleet-Footed, which makes them faster, and they just passively are even faster than that. Okay.
Turbo Dinosaur.
Super fast. We have even more attack and 65 armor-piercing weapon damage, so they are just going to chew through armor. That's really nice. Or we have kind of a jack of all trades. A bit of armor, a bit of melee attack, a bit of weapon strength. All right, debates. I'm really looking at Fleet-Footed for Saurus Scar Veteran, because Saurus Scar Veterans, spoilers, once they get a higher level, they can also pick up a Carnosaur mount. They basically turn into an even scary... Basically, at that point, you can think of them as a Carnosaur that's even scarier, because it also has an angry lizard with a spear on top.
Yeah,
So,
they get
like
crazy.
all Carnosaurs, then, their job is basically ultra-heavy cavalry. Their job is to charge in, deliver charge attacks, keep charging, never stop charging, chase down fleeing enemies, and especially charge into range units and artillery. We want those broken up fast. See, if we were elves or dwarves, we might be able to just set up our own... If we face an enemy with artillery, we might be able to set up our own artillery and beat them at their own game. With Lizardmen, we don't do that. As you've seen, our absolute best range units are Stegodons, which are... they're okay, I guess. They're not bad, but like, We don't do that. So our main counter to range units is going to be charge a big scary dinosaur straight into the middle and hope that causes them to run for it. Which it should, because it's a big scary dinosaur. As such, that speed bonus looks real good, because that means they move faster, which is good. The other one we're looking at right now is Weapon Master, because armor-piercing weapon damage is good. 65 of it is kind of bonkers. Wielding Galma gives you 75, for perspective here. That is nuts. And it's a melee attack to boot. Ooh, man, that is the debate here. Do you want a fast dinosaur or do you want a hard-hitting dinosaur?
Why not both?
Once he's on a Carnosaur, he's going to outrun basically everything in the game anyways, so let's get Weapon Master. Here's the little guy. Kala. Oh yeah, get used to the god. Whole name's Kala. Oh, hey. Chat. Remember that redeem we never use? The name in game redeem? Guess what I can do? I can rename characters.
Yeah, use those channel points.
Now, word of warning. Number 1. I can't rename legendary lords. That's not happening. You can rename regular lords, but not legendary ones. So Krokgar's name will always be Krokgar. I can't change that. Literally can't. Hero names, just word of warning, you won't be seeing as frequently. When I run manual battles, you'll be seeing it because I'll be issuing them orders. Then you'll see it on the campaign map. You won't be seeing it very much just because I leave my heroes embedded in my armies, and therefore you don't actually see their name pop up very often. So you've been warned ahead of time. If you give a hero name, you won't be seeing a whole ton of it. You've been again, word of warning. That being said, hey, if you want to rename them, don't let me stop you. And if we start recruiting lords that aren't legendary, I'll be more than happy to rename them. Where was I? You haven't moved yet. And we're still not in attack range. Movement speed range is the bane of my existence in this game.
Yeah,
I don't think
again,
my mod
and this
to
is
boost
with
movement speed range is kicked in properly. Modding this game is a bit of a chore. I think I've got it working, but... oh well. Where was I? Oh yeah, Teotihuacan. We need to build up this place. We need more money. More money. Money. Money! No money yet.
Money, no money. Money, no money. The story of Total War. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things of you get a bunch of armies to get places, but you need to spend money to build them up. So then you have to, get more. In order to get the money, you have to get more armies in order to take more places. It's a vicious cycle that ends with you conquering
I will admit,
everything.
it's a good problem for strategy game to have is when you have multiple good ideas, or multiple good options, and you can't decide between them. That is a good sign of, do I, build up the settlements I currently have? Do I recruit a giant big army and try to take more settlements? Do I recruit a second army and try to split my forces? We have options here. None of them aren't automatically the worst or best option. They're just different options. We got a random event firing. At the Golden Tower that disappeared. It's so funny for lizard men to get this one. Like, look, some of these events are written with like the Empire and Bretonia in mind. The lizard men. Okay, what's happening here is spoilers. They're just bearing with a circular triangular symbol. They're getting kidnapped by Skaven. That's what's happening here. Again, for the Empire and Bretonia, this event makes sense. For the lizard men, you'd mostly find rat parts.
Skaven confirmed. But yeah, no. The lizardmen would just eat the rats. Spoilers:
Whatever.
Lizardmen really hate rats.
Oh crap! Did I get outplayed? How did he get here that fast? Where did he even come from?
I mean, they're Skaven. They can disappear.
He must
They
have
can go
marched
into an
from
ambush
Serpent
stance.
Coast. That's what he did. That's okay.
Yep.
So Skaven, while garrisoned, are invisible. So I didn't see him on the map beforehand. He must have been garrisoned at Skaven and then literally marched there. And of course, he gets to just march here. And then guess what? He's going to attack the damn city on the next turn. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right.
No, blame you.
This is going to be really dicey, really fast. Can I...
Sigal.
I'm gonna roll the dice here.
Cohorts, Galax 3.
This is a very risky play. I'm gonna try to have my hero try to wound him.
Going for a
Nope.
gamble. Okay.
Okay, I might need to reload from 2 turns ago. This is very annoying.
Like, that's another problem with Skaven. They're so annoying to fight.
Everyone is annoying.
Skaven.
I just, I was kind of hoping my little campaign movement range thing would have kicked in by now. It sometimes takes a turn or two to kick in the way it's programmed. Yeah, might need to save and reload to get it to kick in properly. Anyways. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'm reloading.
Stupid rats always skidding around and
Yeah, I'm
getting
reloading.
underfoot.
Okay, so he, of course, just got to march here, and then the next turn immediately siege the city, because of course he did. How is he even Oh, it doesn't have walls. That's why he doesn't have I was thinking, he doesn't have siege attacker. How the hell is he sieging this fast? Because the city settlement doesn't have walls. It's a minor settlement. Never mind. Alright, autosave. Welcome back 2 turns.
Run it back. Do it again. You know what I really love imagining is that the rest of the armies are only look that large on the map just because otherwise you can't see them. But for the lizardmen, they are that size.
One can only hope. Alright.
Right?
Let's try new turn 4. Worst case, I'm loading all the way back to turn 3. But I have to do that. That's right. Okay. Much better. Yeah, we still get this terrible quest. Oh well. Oh, we know about a war that got declared. The Dawi and the Wood the Dawi and the Whitetail are fighting. The dwarves have declared war on the Wood Elves down here. We don't care. Hey, look at all that corruption.
Elves.
I wonder what kind of corruption is. It's labeled vampiric corruption. I wonder what's going on with that vampire faction we're supposed to be taking out down here. I wonder if they're just running roughshod over the middle of the map. Ugh. Yeah, friggin' factions. Put up a fight for once. Ah, well. In that case, I'm just kind of... That's not me complaining. That's just... Oh, boy. All right, add that to the to-do list. With Lizardmen, the diplomacy tree, the panel is more of a to-do list.
Yes. Yes.
In any case, all right. If that army's still here, this is gonna be a wee little bit harder. One more time, get the weapon master. Our choices: Ogeladon, Kala, and Ricket.
The puns.
Ricket, damn near killed it. Safety save. Charge. What the? Okay, either he came from the other settlement or he dropped into ambush stance and we somehow didn't see him and didn't run into him. We didn't run into him, so there goes ambush stance. He must have come from the other settlement. Well, whatever. Let's kick his ass. It honestly says we should be okay. Let's try another one manually and see if I can screw this up less. What I really need to do actually is flanking. I didn't do flanking properly. Oh, never mind. This is on open. Right. The settlement doesn't have walls, so this isn't a siege wall battle. This is an open field battle.
Fashion punch 'em up. Hey, guess what Lizardmen are really good at?
This is a more straightforward fight. Which bird is that? That three-tone?
Song Sparrow, Thermoregulated Tracy.
No. Song sparrows do the bouncing ball. I don't know that one. That might be an East Coast bird I'm not familiar with. Alright. Group 5 is our monster, Group 4 is our cav, Group 3 is our infantry, Group 2 is our wizard, and Group 1 is Kroq-Gar. This one, I'm gonna have to Segadon kind of sit this one out. He's badly injured, and we don't need him this time. What are these triangles for? I don't know what those mean.
Are those threat levels? I think those are threat levels of, like, relatively how strong is this?
So our friend will sit this out in the back. He'll be our emergency reserve in case we desperately need one. Looking things over, I want to take hills. High ground is very good. Forests are also halfway decent, especially since we don't have range units, so we do better in forests than they do. As such, we'll be deploying over on the right side here. Alright, where were we? So our friend the skink priest now has aha! New button. Oh, that's where they were. I missed the buttons last time. Silly me, I was looking on the wrong side. Okay, so right, he already had harmonic convergence. They start the game with this. It's a buff. It's decent enough. We have a new toy to play with. We'll be trying it out.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I can toggle overcast. Yeah. Oh, but it has a miscast chance, 50%. So in this game, because Magic in the Warhammer setting, it's not as bad as Warhammer 40k. You don't risk like ripping holes in reality and summoning demons and instantly exploding. It can still go awry. Magic is still very unreliable. It's not to be used frequently. So if you overcast a spell, that means you kind of supercharge magic into it. It risks what's called a miscast chance. This miscast chance is 50%. So this spell only has a 50% chance of working. Don't overcharge your spells. Oh, correction, only do once you have a level 3 version where the miscast chance drops low enough that it's actually worth trying.
Yeah, that.
We're just doing regular cast, thank you very much. So, hopefully it goes well. Let's see how it works.
But
Okay,
exploding
quickly.
spells are so much fun.
So that green area, that green oval we were in, that's our limit to deployment when the match starts. Now we can deploy and move anywhere we damn well please. I want hills, I want forests, and I want the high ground. So we're gonna go quickly get up here. They don't have cav, so they can't really stop us from doing this. I'm gonna hold the space bar so I can see where our current planned movements are. And go, 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 go! Let's see what they do. Let's see what we do. Okay, they're lining up like a bunch of dummies. They're not pressing the advantage. They should have charged me while they had the chance.
Ah, the fools.
Oh, look, they spawned a bunch of rats. Oh, look, the rats they spawned are running instantly. I wonder how that happened. Maybe it's because Croc Gar was there. Cripes. All right, where were we?
Yes. Fear, big dinosaur.
Well, they're stupid enough to just hand me the advantage on a silver platter. Okay. Let's keep pushing our luck. Oh, wait. Oh, no, they're going to take on the dinosaur. Oh, no. Oh, wait, they all died instantly. Haha. Oh, because they just despawned. Yeah, they do that. Does Skaven have an ability where they can just spawn rats out of thin air? Not very strong rats, but still.
Yeah, except summoned units have a timer. They lose health over time, so eventually they just go
Okay,
away.
forget it. Just kill these idiots. If they're not going to
Yes.
come to me, I'll just come to them. Sneak Priest, how close are you to... Wait, hold the line, hold everything, cancel that order. Get back here. Skink Priest, what's your range on Uranon? What's your name? Rat Dog.
Ooh, do we get the fun button?
Do we have the funny button?
Range doesn't seem very far, to be honest.
I think that is the range. Let's see how this works. So
I
let's
thought
try
the
this.
range was the other blue circle, the one that's only halfway there.
Oh, well, let's see how this works. I think it went off. This is not what I'm thinking of.
Maybe there's a better version later?
Get wrecked.
As you dance, Master.
Charge forward. Get the rats. Get him!
Oh, the
Thunderbolts.
poor little ratties. Yes, eat them.
And rats go flying everywhere. Now for strategy used last time, flanking. Come on, Croc,
What
get your ass over
strategy
here.
in a war
They
game?
don't have a cav. I know you don't have cav yet, but come on. So,
Who needs
if
strategy?
enemies are hit from the side, or from behind, they suffer a massive morale hit. Cav, could you go chase down these friggin' slingers? I love the way they go flying when they're hit with a charge attack. Just wait till we get Carnosaurs. So we're seeing here, we're seeing a chain rout. When units rout, they no longer count as an allied unit, which means other units around them may recalculate whether they're outnumbered or not. They may start suffering a morale penalty if they're outnumbered. So if one unit routs, it risks everyone else routing.
Yeah, it's called a chain rout, and Skaven especially, because they're so cowardly, are prone to it, especially when facing big, scary dinosaurs.
So
Which
what's happening now is
great.
every single enemy army is shattered. Now, normally, so what I'm gonna do now is a slam end battle. Little pro tip. If you're fighting a garrison, yeah, sure, just end the battle, whatever. If you're fighting an enemy army that is going to survive this, hunt them down. This is where I really, really want Carnosaurs, because actually right here, even after you have won the battle, any casualties still count. For a garrison, that doesn't matter, because the enemy garrison get wiped out as soon as you slam the end battle button. For an enemy army that's going to live, that counts. So just because you've won the battle doesn't mean you should stop fighting, it means you should hunt them down. This is Total War. Be merciless. Much better. The text. Decisive victory. No mere victory. Fates were rewritten, destinies ended, and the immutable changed. All because of you. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, if we had auto-resolved that, we'd have taken like some crazy amount of losses. We took, what, 11? Yeah, only 11 lizardmen died. I call it a pretty decent day. We took down 259 rats.
It's okay, they'll get better. The lizardmen, not the rats.
The rats
The
won't
rats
get
were
better.
Squished under big fat lizards.
The other way
Yeah, what's not
for-
shown to scale is how fat the lizards are.
Oh, trust me, we can work on that. The other thing is, all Orphan fans of that. So what's happening gameplay-wise is, again, you capture a settlement, so the settlement becomes yours, and you gain the settlement's buildings and everything. One headcanon is that you're not just like, driving out the previous inhabitants and replacing the lizardmen, you're literally just turning them into lizardmen.
Heck yeah,
You're
the
all
TF
lizardmen
option.
now. Okay. That's still not the major settlement, it's a second minor. Oh well. The Serpent Coast. Crap, we're suffering control issues. What's the problem? Yeah, okay. So we're suffering control issues. There may be a rebellion here in a few turns if we're not careful. Hopefully by the time we take the major settlement, we'll have it under control. At least corruption's dropping. We're starting to clean out the Skaven rot. Now, Serpent Coast is cool. It is a coastal settlement. It comes with a fixed first slot building, the dock, which gives us some income. That's nice. And for it's cute. It's Pleodon port. We basically get giant fairy lizards. They're cute.
They're plesiosaurs. Like, the water dinosaurs. Heck yeah. Well, I don't think they were technically dinosaurs, or were they? I don't remember.
It's not
Point
like
is, they're
this
cute.
game cares, since there are Heinz 57 of a bunch of different dinosaurs anyways, and lizards. Anyways, now the problem there is that means I can't build anything else, because it's a fixed building, and unfortunately the income it generates isn't great. On the plus side, normally embarking and disembarking on and off of water must be done at a beach, and costs you a ton of movement. if you embark or disembark from a port, from a friendly port, it's free. So these are also very useful one to launch ocean campaigns. So if you're going to take out the stupid elves in the eastern colony, this is a great spot to do it from.
Or it's like some teeny weeny movement cost, but the point is it's way less than normal.
I think it's 0. Anyways. Oh, I didn't go over local recruit versus global recruit. So local recruit, the bottom one, uses only, it's usually faster and cheaper, but it only uses buildings in the local province. There is global recruit. It's more expensive and it takes longer, but you can instead recruit from literally any building on the entire freaking map. In fact, even if you're like caught in enemy territory and need some more units, you can enter in camp stance and start global recruiting without having to run back to a friendly settlement. Now, it'll take a while, because you'll have to sit still for like 2 or 3 turns, or even longer, while you get your units in. For big units, it can take like 5 turns. But, hey, if you need half an army in a hurry, and don't mind paying the extra expense, it could be worth it to avoid having to haul butt all the way back to town. In any case, where were we? Oh yeah, you. Hello, now to the fray. Nope, next turn. Okay, our first debate. Do we build up our new province, or do we keep working on Teotihuacan? I feel like working on Teotihuacan. We're not done here yet. We can get more money, which is very important. Oh, new research. Wait, what do you know about this? We want the wisdom. New unassigned skill points. Rakgar has more points. Great. Ooh, another leader-only passive. Obedience brings victory. Ooh, leadership aura size. So, lords, including legendary lords, being, leaders, they give a leadership bonus to everyone in an aura around them. This is how you rally fleeing units, by running towards them so that they fall under your aura and suddenly gain a leadership buff, which should give them some morale back. Leadership is how much morale they have. So this boosts the aura size and also the effects. They get more morale, and more units around them have the morale boost. That's great. That, and guess what? More bonded service. We need cheaper recruits. I'm running towards Draft Master, which is our first pretty decent one. In fact, I kind of just want blue in general. I'll push on red in a minute. If we start getting our butt kicked, I'll start focusing on red. But right now, not critical. Alright, end turn. That was much better.
Air blue, yabba dee, yabba die, etc. And the good news is that there will be fewer factions as we go on, because they tend to keep getting conquered.
Aha, that's good. The same thing, but this time we're not caught in such a nasty Morton's fork. Because we don't choose any server coast. Now, honestly, okay, I'm gonna save here. Do you want to be nice or do you want to be mean? I don't know if we have a choice. Option 1, the Callous option is to let him attack Cursed Jungle. He's almost certainly able to take it. Hopefully with a manual battle, I can take a few of the rats down with me. And then have Krakar push on to Temple of Skulls and take that major settlement. That's a pretty good trade, especially if I can kill some of the rats to kind of blunt his advance. Alternatively, I could try to chase him down now. The problem is Krakar can't get there in time to reinforce the city, because again, thanks to our good friend Strategic Movement Range, even if I switch to March, he can't get there in time. He's not within reinforcement range of the settlement, which means he won't be able to join in the fight. See that red circle around the settlement? He'd have to be that close in order to count as reinforcing and be able to kind of come to the settlement's aid during the fight itself. He can't. So we're losing that settlement either way. I'd rather than grab Temple of Skulls while I can. YOLO strat. The YOLO strat involves something unorthodox. This worth 300 gold to try? I guess.
Hero actions.
Hell yes!
Awesome.
Those that serve your cause gain experience over time, my lord. Be sure to guide their development to your advantage.
Thanks, tutorial guy. I'm kind of curious why you're bringing that up now as opposed to any other time.
An old man is talking to us. He's creepy.
Yeah, what the hell is a human?
Right? Oh, those are those little things you use as toys. They're very fun.
Anyways. Oh dear. Now where was I? So, we kind of have the same discussions for Scar Veteran. So this is our Scar Veteran. This is another hero, not a lord. And we kind of have the same discussion. Most importantly, what Minor Blessing. Now, with the Priest, I said Minor Blessing class Caudal, just with a little control boost and the wound recovery time, which is nice. Now, with Sara Scarvedan, there's a much bigger debate. This guy is big, beefy, and melee. He loves his melee attacks. Flaming suddenly becomes a much better idea. In fact, honestly, yeah, I'm going to go Flaming. This Flaming, again, is otherwise kind of a hard damage. Fire damage is hard to get a hold of, and just having in-house fire damage is great. And, yeah. Now, more options. I could try to boost some of his hero. Down here for heroes, you can boost their hero actions. That wounded action I did, I could make him more likely to be able to do that. I could just give him general purpose, better at doing everything. I could give him spread control where he'll passively give more control in all friendly provinces he moves through, which again included recently conquered ones. He gives them a nice little early control boost. I love this one. In fact, that's the debate. Do I get more control, or do I start working on the only tree he gets, which is, speaking of melee, his even scarier melee tree? We're having control problems. I'm going to play the risky play and just give him control quickly. Oh yeah, I can't even upgrade him more until later. Never mind. Okay. And of course, that didn't freaking stop him. It just... Oh, it wounded some of his units. Thanks,
Yeah.
Kaloth. That was a big help.
And it softens him up.
Every little bit helps, I guess.
Now move.
The alternative is hopefully hauling butt towards the Temple of Skulls may make him rethink things and race back to Temple of Skulls. I don't know the AI will do that.
Yeah, they'll probably push on, unfortunately, but...
They'll probably be stupid enough to push on. What's that quote from Like a Dragon 1 or Like a Dragon 0? Threats don't work on a goddamn idiot. I should have known. Alright. New unique building for the Lizardmen, the Geomantic Pylon. They want these in every single major settlement because this reinforces one of their mechanics we've only briefly touched on, the Geomantic Web. Hey, remember that province-wide buff we had and how it only has little 2 pips next to it and it kind of sucks? Uh-huh. Yeah, about that. Behold, the Geomantic Web. The network of ley lines tracing the world, placed there by the Old Ones. So as Lizardmen take adjacent provinces and build them up, they can gradually buff the Geomantic Web, which makes those province-wide bonuses stronger. So they're encouraged to take provinces that are next to each other, in links in the Great Web, in the Geomantic Web. And if they lose any of the connecting provinces, it can have kind of ripple effects throughout all of their nearby settlements, so they don't want that to happen. So that's great. We want, and they can upgrade it through this unique building, which upgrades into the Geomantic Locus. Alright, it's more floating crystals. I'd say the Protoss called they want their stuff back, but actually the Protoss stole it from the Lizardmen, so... Alright, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, that's the funny part about Blizzard. It's like everything they did, Warhammer did it first. They just copied their homework.
And their other game, Diablo, wasn't even the original to the Blizzard company. It was, I forget which other company was developing, where Blizzard just bought the company outright and then changed the name on it to Blizzard.
Well, they changed the company to Blizzard North, but same difference. Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so this is going to go real bad. Now, I could just punch auto-resolve, but auto-resolve is not going to help us. So, you know what? Let's see what this looks like. All right, you brave skinks, try to take a couple of the bastards down with you.
At this point, it's not even about, like, winning. It's just how many of their units can you kill.
My goal here is not to wound. My goal here is to outright eliminate enemy units. So we're going to be trying to focus fire here, because wounded units recover fairly quickly. Dead units don't. Bonus points if we can try to wound their lord, although that's extremely dicey with a force this small. If I wound their lord, that'd be great, but unfortunately their lord tends to have higher stats than usual, and it's... this is going to turn a massive fuster bleep no matter what I do. Anyway, I can play smarter than them. Let's get the hills and forests going. Aha, they are hidden. Might be able to catch them in an ambush. No, don't move fast. What the hell is that? There we go. Normal speed, please. You can tell units to move fast, which means they boost the movement speed, but they get tired faster. That vigor stat drops.
Yeah, it gets sleepy.
All right. See, they can't see us. The AI does play fair in this regard. If they cannot see you, so the computer, of course, knows exactly where your units are. But much like old school strategy games, the computer's now currently pretending it can't see us because our units have the hidden trait. I don't have a single visible unit, so the computer does not know where I am. Or this enemy army does not know where I am. Haha! See, this is why you play smart. I might be able to pick off some, at least the Skaven Slave Slingers. There should be something. Oh yeah, we get to see the Lizardman version of the map too. Look at this cool statue.
Aww.
And with twin tongues. This is the statue of Sotek, the serpent god.
Mm-hmm.
The twin tongues of Sotek. Auspicious blessing to get some vicious rat men. Alright, let's see if I can spring this trap and do anything with it. Charge forth, you brave, beautiful bastards. And we've been spotted. Get him! Oh god, we're getting our asses kicked again. These poor little skanks. Well, we got one of them down to half health.
They're trying their best.
Look, they're doing their best. They're just little guys. They're just wee little guys.
And you're sending them in to die, you monster.
Hey, the rats are the ones killing them. Let's lay blame where it belongs.
Yeah, that's fair.
See, they're just running. God damn it. This is why I hate rats. I don't move fast enough to catch them.
They are extremely annoying, yes.
See, if I had Cav, or a Carnosaur, or a Stegodon... forget it. Just try to die with some honor. Nope, never mind. Well, it was a good plan. I just needed something to deal with the goddamn ranged units.
Well, oh well.
And they took down 31 of them.
Yeah, but it didn't actually kill any of the units, unfortunately. Oh well. It also really hurts that you didn't have a hero there, but of course you wouldn't, because it's just a settlement.
Yeah, because again, I didn't have the strategic movement range to deal with this. This game is won or lost on the strategic map. I know, again, a lot of people talk about, the tactile map, and a lot of obsessions about the tactile map. I have to be honest with you, this game is won or lost on the strategic map.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to defeat an army is to stop it from ever being created in the first place.
Or stop it from getting somewhere in the first place.
What's he do? He's going to capture it. Okay. So yeah, we're going to trade settlements here. Hopefully I can come out better in this exchange. Ooh! One of my mods just kicked in. So this faction, the Sentinels of Shetty, have been destroyed. They're gone. They just lost their last settlement. I don't forget where they are. I think they're in Lustria somewhere. A mod has just kicked in that says, hey, do you want any of their mortal lords and heroes? They're legendary lords, most importantly. Yes, I do. I don't think they have any, though. And of course he looted and captured because he's an idiot. Stupid rats.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, they just bought us time. Let's try to make it worth it. I'm gonna say very hard here, so I might get screwed over very hard by strategic movement range here. I don't know if if Kala joins this army, max movement range for the army will change to Kalaw's max movement range. I don't know if he can get to the Temple of Skulls in one turn. We're gonna go save and find out. I am not losing the entire settlement just to find out I stop 1 pixel shy of the city.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Okay, another minor quibble with this game. It doesn't auto-overwrite save files that have the same name. He's gonna join in. This hero has unique passive training, where every unit in the army gets more XP. Units themselves do have XP, they level up a bit. Their level goes up to level 9. We have a couple units at rank 2, a couple units at rank 1. Higher ranks give them more stats. Not way higher, but slightly higher. It's good enough. Excellent. And now he technically has a garrison. It is a grand total of a single lord. It looks like he was probably trying to recruit something and has now failed. I could auto-resolve. Let's see how this goes. Trying quick save here. Quick save, let's go. By battle. Now, we're going to try a different strat here, because I brought about a more advanced trick, and I think we have enough infantry now to pull this off. We're going to do a double bluff. Or kind of a Morton's Fork. For those who don't know, a Morton's Fork is any situation where you attempt to force... A Morton's Fork is where someone is forced into making 2 bad decisions, or a choice between 2 bad options. In strategy, ideally, you're trying to put your enemy within Morton's Forks. Make them choose between 2 options that are both bad. In this case, I'm going to attempt it, and is the deployment map going to play along with my idea? Yes. Okay, this could work.
You have to be careful, or else you're the one who gets forked.
Yeah.
Time for a good forking.
Okay.
Yeah. We here at Team Retrofox apologize for our terrible, terrible puns. We here at Team Retrofox wish to retract that apology because we're not sorry.
So, new plan. You're running our forces in half. Krukgar, we're kind of putting a lot on your Krukgar, but you're the now Scar better to help back you up. So this will go better. Okay, on one side we have everyone except our infantry. On the other side we have all of our infantry. See, infantry have a special unique passive on sieges. You'll notice they have that little ladder icon down there in the bottom left of each of the portraits. Infantry don't have to go through gates. They can deploy ladders and climb up the siege ladders and then beat everyone up that way. Now, it costs them a lot of vigor to do so. It gets the top of the ladder tired, which will impair their combat stats. But with enough infantry, this might work. And I'm trying to do now is force the defenders to split up. Hopefully at least one of the 2 gets somewhere interesting. I'm gonna put the 2 melee heroes in the same group because they basically have the same job. Just get into melee and go beat everyone up. Okay, now the enemy just deployed in response to my because in a siege, attacker deploys first, defender gets to kind of deploy in response, or at least that's the AI does. Actually, I think in all battles, what happens is you deploy and then the AI can adjust their deployment. I forget. Maybe more defensive battles. You know what? I forget. Who cares? Moving on. So, same plan as before. Gate number 1 will have everyone with siege attacker. Yeah, so our Scarven does not have siege attacker. Okay, so it's going to be Krukgar and the dinosaur. New plan. You 2 take that gate, and after that, these Seganov's probably going to get the hell out of there. You lot. Ladders. They're gonna try to deploy the ladders over there. Are they gonna be okay? I guess we're gonna find out. Look at this map, though. Yeah, this is a Skaven Undercity. It's supposed to be like, you know, underground, hidden underneath the ruins of this fallen city above them. Because they are vicious rats. With,
I
of
guess the
course,
Hollow Earth thing is going on.
giant rat statues. I mean, there is the Underway. It's this like underground cave network that apparently spans like the entire map. The Skaven can use it, the Wood Elves can use it, the Dwarfs can use it, and they're real pains in the ass too because they can adopt a special movement stance where they get to use that, which is they get to freaking teleport. So annoying. You thought chasing them down
Actually, I
on the
don't think the
tactile map
elves-
was hard? Try chasing them down on the strategic map.
The elves don't use that. They use a
Wood
whatever it is,
Elves.
'cause
The
there's
Wood Elves can
the
use it.
Underway. Then the Wood Elves have like the Green
Fine,
Way.
the
that
world
Beastmen also
roots,
use.
same problem. I think Beastmen also use
Whatever.
world roots.
It's all the
Let's
same
get
thing,
this
really.
over with.
Stupid elves. We here at Team Retrofox would like to apologize for our stance on elves. We here at Team Retrofox would like to rescind that. But no, seriously, this is why he plays Lizardman.
The siege
Actually, that's not
units-
true. Elves in this game do have dragons, so they do get some points.
That is the other faction I occasionally play as. If I'm not playing as Lizardmen, the one other faction I like to use is, yes, there's a certain high elf, Imric, who gets a whole bunch of dragons and a whole bunch of bonuses with dragons. So he's fun. He plays Pokemon with all the dragons on the map. It's great.
It's fantastic.
Anyways, hey, one great thing about sieges, the enemy tends to stand still like a bunch of idiots. You want to see what happens to people who stand still like a bunch of idiots now that they have a decent spell?
Oh no.
So you always move forward short distance.
Kablooey!
Or ladders have docked on the wall.
Yes. The siege of Helm's Deep is on, except Helm's Deep is full of smelly rats.
So rats. All right, there we go. Go, 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 go. Ah, they already flee before our terrible power. Look at him fly. Look at him clever. They're so cute. Yes. Attack the vicious rat man. Ew. Charge of the great land. Hello? Where are we going? Stupid rats. Alright, meanwhile. What the hell? Did I mention I hate rats so much?
They are really annoying, yes.
They went after the damn wizard. Okay, note to self, when fighting rats, have a bodyguard for the wizard.
Oh, right, because they can just kind of show up. Darn things.
Steganor, what are you doing? Could you attack the wall, please? Beat up the rats, come on. You can do it. See, the enemy won't move from the gate because if they do, they risk losing control of the gatehouse. So you can kind of punish them for that.
So they just keep getting zippy zappied.
Whoop, hold that thought.
Oh, it doesn't actually do that much damage. Unfortunate.
Wait till we get better spells. That's one of the less great ones. Grakar, how are you doing? You almost lost your barrier, but still okay. don't know how to unregister someone from a group. Yeah, get the caster.
Get the squishy.
Come on, break already, damn you. Get squishy, see if we can cause a chain route. Come on. Well, the enemy seer is running, that's a good sign. Let's try that Borton's fork trick again. Let's do this. Oh, they have more gates there. Damn it. You run for it. Ah, crap, they have their own spells. Why did they do that? Oh, because he recovered. It's just a bloodbath on top of this gate. But you can kill them already. Oh, we're starting to break them now. It's shattered. Come on. Thank you. Oh, that... I need to get better at this. Because I should be doing better than the auto-resolve. Okay, I guess I need to divide my units, but well, honestly, I guess I shouldn't blame this, but I do need better units. Because part of the problem right now, I'm still running with some crap units like these little skink cohorts with shields, or this little skink cohorts and such. Oh, well, I shouldn't blame them.
They're just trying their best.
See, I'm hoping once I get some more settlements going, some more gold flowing in, I can start working on upgrading buildings and then start upgrading units. But that takes a lot of money. You'll notice level 3 buildings only have 3 building slots. I'm already using all 3 of them on basically just utility and such.
Yeah, and getting them higher than that takes some serious investment.
Okay. So we've just swapped provinces. I have half an army. Here's a full army, but admittedly a full army pretty crap units.
God dang.
And I can't recruit anything good. This Tower of Skulls is total crap. And again, his settlement is total crap. Okay. Now, I won't be able to take anything else so easily because these have fully healed garrisons. Alright, the debate. Do I build up Serve the Coast or do I update Deep War? I think that I've answered my question. Plus, I just got a bleep ton of XP. Sheesh. Yeah, let's go get some more points and stuff. Iron Disciplinaire, a little more control. Draft Master gets us a little more recruiting. So we're ready to get recruiting stuff. Okay, now we're to the fun toys. Wary's okay. Ambush defense chance we don't really need. It's just The AI uses ambush so rarely. It is annoying when they do, but it's so rare. Gifts of the Jungle wouldn't be bad. It would casualty replenishment. There's not a ton of casualty replenishment rate, but hey, it's more than nothing, and we could use some more. Lightning Strike is a very fun one. What happens here is, so normally when you fight two armies at once, each you fight one army and then the other army starts reinforcing on a timer. Like it'll show up to the battle like 2 minutes into the fight and kind of thing. Lightning Strike can delay that, and at third point, prevent that. Third rank of Lightning Strike allows you to use a new option called Lightning Strike, to actually stop enemy reinforcements from appearing altogether. Apparently you just attack so fast you only need to fight a single army. Very useful when fighting two armies at once, because you can actually pick them off one at a time. Still, what do we need right now? Honestly, I might start going into red at this point. We need a couple of reds. Which red though? Not skinks. I'm not going to be using them that much. I don't like them. Sorry, skinks, you're too squishy. This gives a little more speed and weapon strength for like cold ones. I don't use cavalry that much. Now we're talking. This gives Temple Guard, Kroxigor, and Zotes. That I want to see, because we'll be using a lot of those once we finally get them recruitable. Carnosaurs and Dread Saurians, yes, yes, yes. And more dinosaurs, yes, please. Okay, so these last three are all really goddamn good, and we want all three of these. Right now, to get unlock Rally, we need 86 points, so we'll pick 2 of them and max them. Do we do right now, or do I... I'm going to play the very long game, and I'm going to get the later ones. Let's go. More points. Alright. We want... Sure, why not Rolling Skies? It goes off anytime I'm casting, it debuffs flying units. Whoop-de-doo. Ooh, we want Scouting. More magic item. This gets us more magic items. Actually, hang on. No. You I want to... Hang on. Let's focus. Okay, you get the evasion passive, which gets you a little bit more speed, a little bit more melee defense. Yay. I don't know why it gives this augment instead of just narratively buffing their stats. I don't know why it applies it as a buff. Whatever.
It could be a holdover from Total War Warhammer 1 or something.
Maybe.
Some kind of spaghetti code thing.
Okay, now we get the fun toys. Option 1, Comet of Cassandora. Hey, remember that little teeny lightning bolt? Yeah, this is the big version. This is the fun toy, and this one is...
There we go.
Yes, okay, this is the other one we want. This spell is very, very random. This is the lol random fun spell. What happens here is it creates a ball of lightning that damages everything around it and moves randomly. Done well, it will sweep through the entire enemy front line and wipe half of them out with a single spell. Done poorly, it will wander off into your lines and do damage to your own units. It is very fun. Comet of Cassandora is the more reliable one. Chain Lightning is the funny one. Which one do we want?
I mean, we're streaming. What do you think we're going to pick?
Yeah, all right. Let's do the meme pick.
Come on.
Aha! So our Scar Veteran is in play. Great. Might as well buff training, I guess. What we really want to do, though, let's buff his combat. More weapon strength would be nice. More leash would be nice. What we really want is like more melee attack and more armor. Yeah. We need someone tough who can actually kill things worth a damn. I lied. Let me get training also. All right, more melee attack is good melee attack, especially with that nice flaming attack. Heck yeah. Okay, where were we? Right, let's see what the rats do. If they're crazy, they're gonna push south and try to take some of my territory. They might try to take Serpent Coast, or they might run north, or they might just sit still. Let's see what they do. See, let's full numbers it out. He'll sit still. Worst case scenario, he might underway. That stupid tunneling teleport trick Skaven can do, which was going to make him very hard to pin down. He is, drumroll please, sitting still and recruiting a second army.
Ooh, cool.
Okay. Oh, more lizardmen are going down. All right, another faction just got destroyed. Tip off spawn. I think this is actually the minor settlement that supports that supports Nakai the Wanderer.
That sounds right.
Leaf Riders tribe died. Ha ha! Great, that's actually one faction we don't have to care about now.
Hee hee, stupid orcs.
Victory condition, yep, Leaf Riders tribe is now dead. Cool. Rip those idiots. Of course, I don't like what's going on with the Dragonhof Conclave over here. Wait, then again, I think it's only a single province they have. Looking at the... See, that's all... The way you kind of cheat the map, you can look at the corruption to get a good idea of who's where. I'm only seeing vampiric corruption in a single province. I think they only have one province. Never mind, they're not as bad as I thought. What's really worrying me is if those Khornate demons decide to come wandering down here. If they do, we're going to be in real trouble. Hopefully they don't. Oh well, I'm going to keep pushing north and we'll see what happens. So, I really want these damned rats to die once and for all. Especially since this is going to get harder the more we do it. Right now they already have a decent strength garrison. It's going to get stronger as they keep going. We can't let that happen. So. Yana can't recruit anyone good. Alright, this might be kind of a do or die. Where we have to push on them. If we don't, we lose. I really don't like our odds here. It is a minor settlement, so hopefully they won't have walls. We can't afford to turtle because that's just gonna, it's gonna be a moot point. Because yeah, we'll get a strong army. It's just gonna start getting a second one. I don't like that. So screw it. We're just gonna hope for the best. We're gonna have better units by now. Well, at least we can sit on this side of the river and get a couple units back. Heal a little bit. Alright, on the plus side, TLT and Golden Town are both level 3. That's great news. Do we have more buildings to work with? We can start recruiting a little guy.
Hooray!
What would this get us? Yeah, this is going to Star Wars shields, which are pretty good. They're a damn sight better than the skinks. I don't know. Really like to push on to others, but whatever. Alright, let's see what happens. You notice I've done basically zero recruiting and we're still hopelessly out of money. Welcome to the early game. You will just... The money is a weird thing in this game. You're like hopelessly broke until you're not. It's like you're hopelessly broke until at some point you suddenly wind up with more money than you know what to do with.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
Okay, Blaxlan just went down. Okay, what is going on in Lustria? That is like the third Lisbon faction on fourth.
Uh-oh.
And the random quest now wants me to recruit 30 new units. 30, not like 3. 30. That's not happening. Sorry, game.
Well, at least not for a long while, yeah.
I have basic view of at least the corruption down here. Is Chaos going nuts down here again? They did that last game.
Apparently.
Okay, there's like 4 Chaos factions active down here. It's possible they're just kind of going nuts. Mazdamundi usually gets his ass kicked by Slanesh these days. What button did I just push? I need to stop holding control while trying to move the map. Our friend Feskett has done something very foolish. Friend Feskett has march stanced out. Alright, we got 2 options. And now, speaking of Morton's Fork, we just forced him into very, very bad options. Option 1, we retake Cursed Jungle again. He's probably, I think that's his last settlement, which means he's going to then be basically forced to take it in a last-ditch effort. Armies still survive. Yeah, after you capture every single one of a faction's settlements, what happens is every single one of their armies starts suffering attrition. The army starts taking damage over time and can no longer heal or replenish their forces at all. So basically, they have to use whatever army is left to try and capture a settlement, any settlement. What that means is that the AI will kind of go ballistic and will basically do a do-or-die rush at the nearest settlement it can find. So what would happen here is I take this settlement, he's going to make a do-or-die rush towards it. Now, he can't attack it. Here's the little trick I know. He's in march stance. He marched out of it. He can't attack it the next turn. Because if he tries to march back, he won't be in range. Assuming he marched out at max range, which I think he did. Huh, that's interesting. That's,
yeah,
now that I say that out loud, that suddenly got a lot better. It is.
What they're trying to do is he's trying to get to the other settlement. So he marched first and is going to underway second turn.
Yeah,
to
see,
get
he's about to
over the river.
underway, but I think we can beat him at his own game. I can kind of force the AI to freak out. I'm going to save here in case this doesn't work.
Yeah, and march stance is really good because that means their army is so tired from all the marching, so they start the battle with the debuff tired, which means they have
See,
less
that's
stamina,
alternative.
which means they have lower stats.
The alternative is I engage his army now while I can easily catch him. A couple things. One, he starts the battle tired. Two, if he's now in march stance, I think it'll say here in red somewhere. There we go. Should this army be attacked, retreat will be impossible. So normally when you attack an enemy army, not a summon an army, but again, when you attack them, and even if you beat them, they may still survive. They're just wounded. You actually have to attack and defeat them twice in one turn in order to permanently to guaranteed permanently kill them. Your other option is to actually literally wipe out every unit down to the last man, down to the last rat, whatever. That's difficult. March stance is an exception. If they are attacked once and beaten once, if they lose this battle, they are done. That army is gone. They're basically, they're too tired. Their supply lines are stretched too thin for them to continue.
Very handy.
So I could try that. This is a choice I have now. Do I want to kill him and then spend like 2 turns marching Cursed Jungle and hope he can't recruit enough an army in time to stop me? And hope I'm still in good enough condition to do that? Or do I take Cursed Jungle and then force him out? See, the more I say it, the more I'm saying Cursed Jungle. Since once I take it, it'll be friendly territory and I can start healing in that territory. He can't. Nah, I'm not gonna take Cursed Jungle. Worst case, he tries to underway to Serpent Coast and we do a really stupid Benny Hill gag for a while. This is the one thing I don't like about the tactical map. Oh boy, Medicine complaining about the game again. Take a shot. One thing I don't like about the tactical map is, or the strategic map, is you can turn into a Benny Hill gag where one enemy army goes running around the map and you keep futilely trying to chase them and you never have what, because they can march, you don't, because once they march you can't catch them. Because now you can't march to you can march to keep up with them, but you can't attack them because you never get close enough to start attacking while in a non-march stance, because you can't attack while in march stance. Very annoying. So once they're down to only down to a couple of armies, they can keep running you around in circles for a very long time. My advice, if the AI starts doing that, ignore them and start going for settlements. Sooner or later, that'll force them out. They're going to have to start either fighting you or losing.
Yeah, because if they run out of settlements, they start suffering attrition no matter where they are, which means they're going to die.
If he wasn't in movement range, this would be a no-brainer. I'd take the settlement. He is in movement range. It's possible to catch him, but see, no, I keep talking myself out of it. Nope, take the settlement meta. Get him. So this one
especially
has
because the settlement's trying to spawn.
This one has no walls, so that's a big advantage. It also has it has a regular garrison, but you notice the garrison has the full strength. It does have a lord who's recruiting, or the rat here, Ramamut, whatever. He has a couple of garbage units. Okay, is there anything here I care about? Skaven slaves, clan rats, slingers. Do they have any night throwers? Night throwers were what did me in that last battle. Those night throwers were absolutely devastating. They're unlike Skaven slaves that actually do have a halfway decent ranged attack. They were really annoying. Anyways, looks like no. So great, let's get them. Hopefully one of these days I can do better than the frickin' auto-resolve. Okay, so what's happening here is I am technically fighting the Lord's army. The garrison is arriving as reinforcements. That means, oh, this is even better, because that means the reinforcements won't arrive instantly. I have a chance to beat the snot out of him right here, right now, before the reinforcements show up. All right, once again, we like hills, we like trees, and look which side has both. Oh, never mind, they just reinforced instantly. All right, make a liar out of me. One of these days I'm going to stop putting all my infantry in one group. Oh yeah, and we have a new toy to play with. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, let's get going. Oh man, look at the map. Look at these cool cities. And even the distance, you can see all the temple cities. Ah, I love this aesthetic. It's so cool. See, this is why you'll notice I swear like a sailor about the actual gameplay, but I absolutely love the kind of aesthetic and concept.
Yes, it's so fun.
So cool.
And the lizard men are so much fun to play because they're so big.
All right, let's get to the edge of the forest. When did I tell you we need to move quickly? Stop doing that. You're gonna wear yourselves out. Gods. Okay, I think there's a way to turn off fast mode by default, and I forget how. Sorry, what was that?
I was wondering why you didn't auto-resolve.
I mean, I could have, but I mean, people are here for the fighting, right? What the hell? You're rampaging already? You're at low health. Hang on, hold on, I can fix this. Okay, so what's happening here is a unique mechanic, a lot of lizardmen dinosaurs. They're a little hard to control. Where is that rampage button? Okay. So a rampage unit, they risk rampaging when they drop to low health. I think is how the mechanic works. Yeah, feral rage is that. Here we are. Cold-blooded. I call it pet the dinosaur.
What do you want them to rampage because they can get really big and then they smash everything?
Oh, only lizard men.
This is why I love them.
It only works on non-di.
And
I can get a new one soon. If it dies, it's bad news. Because I won't be able to get a new one for a while.
Well, oh dear.
Keep marching. Okay, the second one's gonna... Where are you even going? Oh, no, never mind, you're back. Okay, you stopped rampaging. Yay, welcome back. Please join the rest of the group. Oh, large units do bad in forests. Wow, I forgot about that. I should stop hiding in forests. Well, I can for now, but stop doing it once I get more dinosaurs. Note to self.
Yeah, they need to get bigger so they can just smash
Look at the rats all holed up in their cave, hiding on their little hill. Okay, fine, I'll just take the goddamn hill.
Even love the music, just boom, 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 boom. Yes. Doom approaches as the big dinosaurs come through. Can you tell I love lizardmen?
Now, you'll notice that timer up top. I do have a 1 hour real-life timer. It is ticking down. I am the attacking force. If that timer hits 0 and they aren't dead yet, I automatically lose. So that is my hurry-up clock.
Yeah, it's just a little incentive so the attacker...
In case by some bizarre set of circumstances you wind up chasing each other around for 3 hours without resolving the fight, that way at least the fight will end at some point. It's mainly there to prevent soft locking. Or just, again, weirdness of like some unit running away forever but not ever technically breaking, in case that somehow manages to happen. It's also there, again, so that you can win defensive battles, not necessarily by winning, but just by running out the clock.
Yeah,
My
so the
goodness,
defender
that
could
priest is
theoretically
fast.
turtle up.
Alright, you're still also fresh vigor? Great. Because I think moving normal speed doesn't drop vigor. Running drops vigor. So I figure, well, take your time.
I mean, that's one reason why fighting dwarves can get annoying, because they're on the defensive, so they don't have to worry about the timer. So they can just set up all their range units and artillery and just turn it into a World War I
Dwarfs are
slugfest.
so
They just keep
hard to fight.
shelling everything.
Another reason I want to do short victor is because I don't have to fight any Dawi. Dawi are really... my dwarf keeps slipping in. Fighting dwarfs is really hard and really annoying. Oh, I gotta do a talk about, though. Playing as dwarfs can be really fun. They have a really fun mechanic called grudges, where, yes, they are obsessed with vengeance. Their leader actually has a giant book called the Great Book of Grudges, in which is recorded every grudge against the Dawi. They have a unique mechanic. They'll gain quests where, like, randomly people will wrong them, and you'll be encouraged to go out and beat the crap out of them to right the wrong. To restore your honor and strike out a grudge in the Damaskron. One of the best ones here, let's go beat up some rats on the top. Yeah, just go charge or whatever.
Oh yeah, I should also mention that, yes, in the Warhammer setting, they are dwarfs. They are not dwarves.
Yeah, it is dwarfs, and also the Chaos version is Chaos Dwarfs. And yes, Chaos Dwarfs exist. The Dawizar. Dwarfs can fall to Chaos. Lizardmen, fun fact, can't fall to Chaos. They're literally immune to Chaos corruption. They will actually die before they get corrupted by Chaos. Because they're creations of the old ones. Okay, a little trick with the rats. Get the one in the back. If they lose their leader, they're done for. That's when we get tied up in melee for this. Do I dare a chain lightning? We're way too close for this to work. Damn it, I should have shot it at range. Oh, well, let's do a thunderbolt. Yeah, it'll get better later. Wait till I get the comet. That's another really fun one. Their leader's breaking. The leader's routed. Yeah, get him. Anyways, one grudge the dwarfs have, which is my absolute favorite, it involves dwarf beer.
Oh yeah, that one.
It is an outrage against Kislev, the basically fantasy Russia. They have discovered that the Kislevites are ruining perfectly good dwarf beer. They've discovered that the Kislevites are distilling it, or like swilling it with some sort of distilled potato juice. Absolutely disgusting. We must right the wrong. Burn their potato fields to the ground. The quest is called the Boilermaker Grudge. Because it turns out the Kislevites are buying dwarf beer and using woodcut to make Boilermakers.
And the dwarfs find that a grievous insult, because how dare you taint their utterly perfect dwarf beer.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So therefore, you must be crushed.
The other great one is when they had a quest, a merchant has, what was it again? A merchant gave change to paid for some goods from a dwarf, but neglected to give change. They neglected to give them back 2 gold coins. Honor is all. Find the settlement that merchant belongs to and sack them. You'll have to attack and sack the province. Your quest reward, 2 gold coins. It literally adds 2 gold to your treasury.
The lore is that it's a like some baron or lord wanted a castle constructed, so they hired dwarfs to design and build it and so on, but they shortchanged them by 2 coins. So the solution is to burn the castle to the ground and get the 2 coins back while you're at it.
It's so funny.
Because dwarfs.
See, that's the fun part of Fantasy Warhammer. It does have that same dark, violent humor that Warhammer 40k can be known for, but a little bit more of it.
But it also has Lizardmen, so it's therefore better. Boom.
Yes. Also, weren't dwarfs kind of a forbidden topic in Warhammer 40k for a really, really long time? What are they called? The Clan of Votan or something? To the point where, mentioning them on the forums apparently was an auto ban.
Yeah, it was utterly verboten to even bring them up for the longest time, until all of a sudden it's oh wait, we can make money off of them? Oh, cool. Oh, never mind. Dwarfs are back.
Aha! Krokgar is now level 7. So we can now crack open the boys with a cold one. He is just, for free. I didn't even have to spend... See, in Warhammer 2, you have to spend a point to unlock mounts. One of your level up points. Now, you don't need to. You get them for free once you reach a certain level. So now, Krokgar is mounted. He now acts as a cavalry unit.
Yeah, and it's the cold ones, the little raptors. They're so adorable.
He's garrisoned in a city right now, where on the world map, we'd actually see him mounted on his cold one. You can see on his portrait down here, here we are, cold one. You can see at the bottom what mount, any lord, you can mouse down to the bottom, see the little circle at the bottom shows what mount they currently have, if any. Okay, we just took a province. Now let me see if my guess was right. Yep. What do you know? Got it in 1. See how this red glowing aura around this army now? See this red skull and crossbones? And it even informs you, armies will suffer losses due to attrition when they do not control a home region. This army is now a dead army walking. He either needs to take a province or die. He won't die like in one turn. Attrition is kind of slow. I think it'll show me here. Yeah, you can see, okay, see that little orange bar on top of each and every one of his units? That is how much damage they're going to take on the next turn. You'll notice it's not a lot. However,
Yeah,
it's
only
not
like
zero.
10% per turn.
He has roughly
But-
about 10 turns to live, but the weaker his army gets, the harder it becomes to take provinces. So you're on a bit of a clock here. He's going to get desperate. He's going to try to take a province. Now, the good news is he's not within one movement range of any of my provinces, even if he underweight. So he's a little screwed no matter what happens here. Again, hopefully now he's either going to do a last-ditch siege and I can beat him up, hopefully. Or, hopefully I can just heal up, recruit some more units, and then finish him off. Oh, and we took another province, so we get a new alignment, and we can now start upgrading it. Oh, we have our new, did I ever show off this thing? Temple Skull is another unique resource. Pastures. Else gets to build cows or whatever. Blizzard may get a fun one. Grazing pastures, livestock pens, and, here it is, hothouse hatchery. Besides raising cattle, they also raise insects. They're good protein.
Yes. Delicious insects.
What do you people do, swat bugs? Just eat them.
We really should get
What do
on
you-
that as a society. Like, seriously.
It's another decent
It's-
protein
I think-
source. It's probably still not as good as plant protein, but it isn't a bad idea. It's a lot more versatile than livestock ranching. I'll give you that. It takes a lot
Yeah,
less
no, I mean-
surface area, that's for certain.
Plant protein is better, probably, but like as a good alternative, yeah, insects.
Not a bad idea.
Definitely.
What
Well,
is
I
it?
mean, they're definitely better than like cows and sheep.
I
and
just realized
everything
that's the lizardmen. That's the lizardmen summary. What? You guys just swat insects? We just eat them. What's that? You guys just kill rats? We just eat them.
Yes, that is one of the lore things about lizardmen. They're apparently incredibly omnivorous, which includes their enemies.
It includes sapiophagy. We'll get to that. Oh yeah, I didn't see the option. Have we beaten another army in combat yet? I forget if we did.
I think
just
you're
summon
about
another
to.
army.
I mean,
and
we are
not
running a
unless
little
he
late
sieges.
here, but
yeah, Lizardmen have three options there. One of them is release captives for money. One of the options is execute captives, and the third one is get a lot of casualty replenishments back. Because a decent meal helps them heal fast.
It's called kill and eat. My headcanon is that they're just stealing the other army's snaps.
Oh, you little bastard.
Kill things.
Clan Morbidus is coming in from the south. Wait, Morbidus? Okay, no,
Yep.
I think that is our clan to the south. See,
Yep.
again, part of the problem with the damned rats. You can't see where their settlements are. And with most provinces, I can see who's to the south of me. I know it's one of the Skaven, I forget which one. Probably this idiot, so great. If he tries to attack, we're going to be in trouble. Now, he hasn't declared war yet, but of course there's nothing stopping him from doing so. He might be stupid enough to be moving, which is able to jump him. Oh, this is another cool button Warhammer 3 has. This metal glove up here. There's this gauntlet. If a neutral faction is in your territory, you can push this button to send an official warning to them. Now, if you push that button and they do not leave within 2 turns, you may instantly war deck them, no matter what pacts you have with them. Non-aggression pacts, traitors, whatever. It helps prevent some backstabbing trickery, especially in multiplayer. Oh, this game in multiplayer. You know, Tomadet, you and I need to do this co-op at some point.
Oh man. I mean, we'd probably have to tweak a few numbers.
Net code would be a nightmare. I don't know if some of my mods would work, but oh man, it'd be so much fun. Because that is another thing you can do. New to Warhammer 3, when you... I should guess explain it now. Sorry, more story time with Metazyme. When you ally with another settlement, so diplomacy-wise, diplomacy isn't super useful. One of the fun things you can do is you can ally with another settlement.
Ready?
In Warhammer 3 specifically, 1 and 2 didn't let you do this. If you have a military alliance, you can build an outpost in your... you actually get a unique new building slot to build an outpost, which lets you build kind of an outpost of your allied clan. So, like, you know, if I allied with dwarfs, I build a dwarf outpost. If I allied with the Empire, I build an Empire outpost. Or then the Empire could build an Empire outpost in my land. I could then build a Lizardman outpost in... Or other way around. I build an Empire outpost in my land. They can build then a Lizardman outpost in their land. The benefit is it allows you to cross-recruit units. It allows you to basically recruit units from their faction. Not many of them. They're super expensive, and I believe they're even more expensive than a global recruit. And you don't get very many of them. I believe you get more of them the stronger the other faction is. I think maybe the more outposts you build. I forget. In any case,
Yeah, I don't remember the exact details.
what that allows you to do is start mixing and matching armies. Here's a hint. In co-op then, or in multiplayer, you can just ally with each other because you're both players. You don't have to play the normal diplomacy game. So it is very useful then for 2 people to pick 2 races that strongly complement each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the trick, is you have two different people with two different races, because then you start getting access to each other's unit types, and you can get some really stupid combinations that way.
For Lizardmen, probably your top three are Empire, Elves, and Dwarves. All three of them give very strong range units and dedicated artillery, which Lizardmen are otherwise lacking. Because Lizardmen lack really solid range units. The Stegodon is okay, but like it's merely okay, and it's the only one they've got. Dwarves give them really damn good artillery. Elves give them the best archers in the game, and the Empire also gives them great artillery. The other thing is probably the single best pairing, the one that benefits both the strongest, is Lizardmen Dwarfs, because each one that gives something the other one is sorely lacking. Lizardmen then get artillery, which they are sorely lacking. The Dwarves then get heavy cav, because then they can cross-recruit Cold Ones, or I believe much later Carnosaurs. The one problem with Dwarves, they are extremely slow. In a hit-and-run battle, they will lose. Their only solution to a hit-and-run battle is to deploy the artillery and outrange whatever's trying to hit and run you. If you have Carnosaurs to run them down, though...
Yeah, that.
Or hell, even just
horned
ones.
ones, or the Razordon packs they just added.
Oh yeah, the Trinodons.
There's a lot of new options.
So, options for building. I can either start building up that new province we just got, or we're going to start reinforcing Teotihuacan. Given our utter lack of decent military units, I'm going to push for building up Teotihuacan. Just enough to get... We need a half... At this point, we can no longer make do with our basic chump starter armor. We need something stronger. At bare minimum, the level 3 Underground Lagoon will give us... Upgrading to Sacred Spawning Caverns will give us Saurus Spears and Saurus Warriors, which are damn good units. They hit well above their weight class. Don't get fooled by the fact they're merely tier 2 kind of cheapo units. They are cheap, but extremely powerful for their price. I know Lothern Seed Guards, because of course they're not as good as the prissy frickin' elves, but I digress. We are out of money. Am I going to save my cash? See, the alternative is to start building up these guys, which would get us even more money. Do I spend money to make money? Do like that idea too. Spending money to make money sounds really good. Wow, what the hell? Let's do it.
I mean, money's always good.
Okay, resources all wisdom. Next up, yeah, Secrets of the Sea. So this will make those ports slightly cheaper and give us a little more money from ports. Not a ton, but hey, might as well.
Now, Matt, I will point out it is 9:15. So just how long?
So
okay, are you going until 10?
I'm gonna go till we kill these stupid rats. Let's do one more battle. That'll be a great milestone. Clear out our first faction. All right. Thanks, Krokar. I don't understand what you said there. Sorry. Where was I? This would be great, right? The problem is these are all Carnosaurs and Dreadsaurians. We aren't going to get these until very late. So let's not do that right now. More Sacred Guardian to get better Crocscores and better Temple Guards once we can finally recruit the damn things. Crocscores would be real nice. So our Scar Veteran. More training, more spread control. Cool. Let's get these utility ones out of the way first. And that was it. And turn. Let's see what he does. Turns starting to take a little longer. We're getting a couple bigger factions. One of the reasons these factions go down so fast is because a lot of these factions are kind of basic chump units. They're kind of just basic jobber factions you're expected to take down extremely quickly. They're called minor factions.
The vortex has wrought devastation across the magics of the world, mighty lord.
Oh.
The lost wisdom of the old ones must be sought.
We're not doing this right now.
If it is ever to be restored.
Okay, so
ooh, yeah.
Legendary lords can get really cool, super unique legendary gear. In this case, this is a quest Gar can take for one of his unique legendary spear, the Revered Spear of Blanchla. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It is a damned good weapon. Control +3 in literally all provinces on a weapon. That's something. Melee attack. Attacks debuff leadership, which means you can rout people even faster. Turns it into a magical attack, so it bypasses physical resistance, and then some even more bonus on top of that, including a huge charge bonus. And did I mention he's going to be on top of a Carnosaur, already one of the scariest charging units in the game? Yeah, no, this is great. We really want this. Problem, this is a quest battle. Quest battles are a pain in the ass. These are scripted, unique battles. Do not... Oh, the enemy forces... Oh, it's only 3 elves. Yeah, see that reinforcements expected? This is going to be like a 3-on-1 fight. Quest battles are, quite frankly, bullshit. We will be doing this later. We need a damn strong army for this one. We are not getting this done with our basic chump starter army. Yep. So, we'll do it later. Sign a non-aggressive pact with any faction. You know... Who am I not killing?
Who's not on the to-do list right now?
Who seeks me?
Don't worry. We're not going to be conquering you. Not yet.
Add it to the stream list.
It's already on the stream list.
I really wish more people would do diplomacy with me. Some of their quotes when they talk to each other are really funny.
I mean, you could do diplomacy with them by poking them.
I know. And when they greet you, though, there's some really funny ones. Krokgar has a great one. If someone initiates someone to Krokgar and has high relationship with him, one of his really cute ones he'll say is, Grimlock likes you. That means you're okay.
I know! He is so sweet to his adorable, gigantic, terrible, like,
Gigantic
Tyrannosaur
murder
Prime.
sword. Alright, hell yes. We're going to unlock these better units. Alright, next turn we'll build the spawn pools of the Chosen, which will get us Kroxigors. Kroxigors are fun.
Yes! They're so
And
good.
Sacred Kroxigors, which are Kroxigors that punch people with magic fists. They deal magic attacks. They're really useful. Forget why they're... How are they not, strictly speaking, better than Kroxigors? I kind of forget.
It's anti-infantry. Sacred Kroxigors have better stats, but Kroxigor have anti-infantry, so they do bonus damage.
Yeah, there it is. Bonus versus infantry.
Mm-hmm. But mostly, yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off.
It's a trade-off. Bird Kroxigors are better against standard infantry units. Monsters Sacred Kroxigors are better if the enemy has like physical resist. Or would otherwise be bypassed by magical attacks. Anyways, let's finish these stupid rats off and get this done. We are streaming a little late. An hour of Medicine talking.
Yeah, I mean, we can go until 10 or whichever.
Okay,
Like, whatever
we
you're
healed up a
comfortable with.
bit. We're a little bit recovered now. Hey, our Stegonon's almost fully healed up. Oh, very good. His wounds are healing. And the rats,
Yay.
aha! Stupid friggin' rats are stupid friggin' cheating. So remember how I said he has attrition? Nope, because he's in tunneling, which lets him bypass a lot of bullshit. Immune to almost all attrition. Lets him teleport. Yeah, this is bad. Alright. Now,
annoying.
the good news is, tunneling has the same drawback as March, where if he's intercepted, he's dead. So, guess what's going to happen now? There we go. Oh, look at him mounted on his cold one. Alright. Let's show off the last stand of Clan Mordkin. This is our first army battle, non-settlement battle. And it's an underway battle. I think we're going to get a unique map of this one. Because the rats are tunneling, and we're basically chasing them into the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get the unique underway map. So underway maps are honestly pretty easy. They're very linear, you'll notice. Well, here, once it loads. Welcome to the underway, specifically the Skaven underway. So this one has lots of glowing green crystals. This is all warp stone. The accursed crystals they draw a lot of their power from, and it mutates them. They, of course, use it all their batteries because they used to use uranium in their batteries because they're insane. Anyways.
They are kind of insane, yeah.
The dwarves have their own version, and the friggin' Wutelgi, the wood elves, have their own version. And once again, I am attacking, so I need to go on the offense. The timer's on his side. Oops. That's how you fix it.
Garnet's Rudans.
Wait, this changes. Krokgar now goes with the cold ones.
Concept.
Yeah, because now he's mounted.
This is all now my Cav unit, because Krokgar now counts as Cav. Drop my action figure. There he is. Look at him. Can they like grip the saddle with their feet? Because they don't use like stirrups, I guess they can just grip it because lizard grippy claws. Feral Stegodon is back and ready to go. God, that dinosaur's fat. Good.
Yes, they're so chunky. It's so good.
Alright, enough mucking about. Let's kill some friggin' rats. Oh no. I wonder where they are. I can't see them. Gee, I wonder if they're in the deployment zone.
Stupid rats.
Oh yeah, we have a new spell. Let's see how it works. Alright, begin the March Doom. Go, go, go. Begin the march. Yeah, they're moving a little slow, but I don't want them to wear themselves out, not until we spot the enemy. Look at the glowy crystals. Again, I know it's a little low res. I'm giving my graphics card a break, which I understand is terrible for streaming, but oh well. Part of the problem is I also can't risk too much video and video memory being used up because with OBS, I don't have a dedicated capture card. This is all running off of my own computer system. And that's a pretty serious drain on resources. I think that was part of my streaming problem with a few games earlier, is I think they were demanding a bit too much in resources on top of trying to use OBS. That may have been my problem. It's really weird for a freelancer of all games to be having that problem. I mean, it's friggin' Freelancer. The game was from 20 years ago, but I digress.
Strange things are strange.
Oh look, it's the rats. Who'd have thunk it?
Imagine that.
A little tricky. We're gonna try some flanking. Big thing in the Total War games is flanking. I keep forgetting to use it.
How could you forget? Flanks are very important.
Right, let's see if this spell does anything
Yes.
funny.
Yes, I'm gonna keep doing that kind of jokes. Jokes, air quotes.
Go, go, go. Run, you crazy lizard wizard, run. Ah, man, I could have been calling him a lizard wizard the whole time. Damn it. All right, let's see if this does anything funny. Yeah, there we go. Look at them run. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. You better run. Oh, man. Oh, well, that was funny.
Wow, you instantly got him almost dead. That's great.
Yeah, one of them's running for it. Hey, let's see if they're stupid enough to let me do it twice. Nope, nope, nope. They're not taking the bait. Run! Alright, let's see if I can do it again. Dangerous to aim it this close, but...
What's it called? Broken arrow? There's a military term for when you're like about to shell your own troops or something.
Alright, spring the trap.
Or does broken arrow mean they're missing a nuclear warhead?
Broken, I thought that was empty quiver for missing a nuclear warhead.
I can't keep up with
Hey,
the
you
kids
Night
even
Runners
these days.
bastards, outrun this! Alright, come on, flanking
tell them
maneuver.
meta.
Alright, kill the leader. Again, Skaven are cowardly. Kill the leader and the rest run. Ah, look at him all run!
Yeah, pew 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 pew.
They totally run when he sees a bear holding a shark.
Oh man, it's the second time I've done that reference today.
Did we do that reference already? Damn it.
Yeah.
God, these Night Runners are fast. They're outrunning Cav? Come on. No, not running Cav. Never mind. Get him, Krokgar. Look at him go.
Yeah, bonkety bonkety bonk.
Yeah, chase down those rats. Look at him
Ah,
run.
this is the fun part.
Oh, there went one of them. Wow, he went flying. How are we doing up here? Is that Warlord dead yet? No, come on, guys. I need
nuts.
better infantry. See, if I had Crocs, of course.
Ah, well.
All right, more chain lightning. Oh boy. Oh, they're not having a good day. Oh no. They're gonna run.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow,
took
they
out
just-
one of them. I'll call that a good use.
They're not just temporarily retreating, that's a full, like, route. Heck yeah.
The official term, I believe, is broken.
Maybe the in-game
Shattered.
term, yeah.
Sorry, that's the term. Shattered. Yeah, that's the skull with a flag, which means they are donezo. They're fleeing the field. And this is an underway battle. I don't have to worry about chasing them down. They're dead anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Warlord dead yet? Oh, the Warlord's running. Okay, that's a help. Come on, break. Everyone's breaking. Break already. Break, damn you. Is there other Warlord just running straight
That
past us?
deep voice.
You haven't broken yet. Come on, shatter already. There we go. You notice once they shatter, the morale bar actually disappears because they're done. They no longer have morale. How are we doing over here? Damn it, it's starting to recover. But you can't have that. Can you do something useful? Wow, that helped. Come on. How hard can it be to kill one measly rat?
Oh, look at all
Bingo!
that. Bonkety,
The
bonkety,
everyone's
bonkety,
wounded.
bonk.
Okay, so now
Yeah, there we go.
every single unit on the map suffers a morale hit. That'll happen regardless of army. Did I mention Skaven have low leadership? See, they're already wavering.
Yeah.
Come on.
Assassinating lords is always a great strat.
There we go. Everyone just routed. Doesn't matter now. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Meta. I just remembered something. Lizardmen actually do have fantastic ranged units. It's called the Salamanders.
Yeah, I always forget to use the salamanders. I wouldn't call them
'Cause they were just-
fantastic. They're not bad.
They were added pretty, well, relatively recently. It's still been years, but they weren't in Warhammer 2
Yeah,
or anything. And even
Krokgar
at
and the
launch Warhammer
boys.
3. Well, because the Salamanders and Razordons are stupid fast, and they're ranged, so they're like ranged cavalry.
They might have
It's
firewall
ridiculous.
moving. I'll have to double check.
I don't believe they do. That might be the one drawback. But the point is, they're so fast, they can just sprint in and then fire.
We have someone on YouTube. Warcraft play. Hello, Teddy Belcher,
Teddy,
4K
hello.
Ultra Wide. Warcraft play, typical reaction, question. I think that you meant question. Got any good games? besides the one I'm playing right now.
We are playing a good game.
Also, Warcraft play.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little confused what you're referring to.
pre-Warcraft.
This is Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 3, which Warcraft was based on.
Yeah, this is
that what you mean?
This is what Warcraft was doing. This is the OG.
All right, how we do? Yeah, 17 losses. Not great, but oh well. It was mostly skinks. Yeah, sorry, skinks. You folks are crafters, not fighters. All right, now, hey, remember those options I was talking about? So, option 1. Oh, right. The third option is normally just release captives. With a couple of factions, it changes. It's now ritual purification because we are purifying their horrible, filthy relics. That gives us more money. That's not bad. We have exterminate, which just gives us flat unit XP. 100 unit XP is okay. I think it's a full rank. It's not bad, I guess, but like, especially we're replacing all these units anyways. Don't care about XP. Or, oh no. Oh no.
Again, my headcanon is that we're just taking their snacks.
Oh no.
You know, we're not doing anything else.
You're replenished by 10%.
Unless you're into that.
I'm not sure if you noticed by now, we need money, and we need money, so money. You're right. What the fu-
Where did they get the second army?
Underweight. A lost battle there kills you.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe it's not a sprint stance thing. Maybe it's underweight.
If the army
'cause
loses
I
the
think during
battle
March
and
they
routes,
die.
it dies.
Apparently not. Maybe they changed it.
I hate underweight so much. This is
Skaven
the
are
reason
really
the
annoying, it is
longer
true.
campaigns, this is what draws them out so much. It's not the tactical plays, the strategic play. It's just chasing armies around the map for turn after turn.
Yeah, and if they have
All right.
underway and you don't, it's a huge problem because
Now-
they can start like teleporting through mountains and
The
stuff.
good news is he can't
and-
recruit any new
yeah.
units, and he'll never be able to replenish units. Underway can stop attrition, but that's it. Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, he's at half strength.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to recover. And I'm not in movement range. Yep, nope, I'm not in movement range to finish the job because, I can go into March stance, I'd have the movement range, but I can't launch an attack in March stance. This is my problem with the Total War games. The movement system, it is very, very difficult to play defensively. It is very difficult to chase down enemy armies in your own territory. Really, the only option I have left now is hope he's stupid enough to attack one of my garrisons, and then hope the garrison and the garrison alone is strong enough to kill him. That's kind of my only option,
Yeah.
my only practical option at this point. Unless I want to spend another 5 turns using my only army chasing him down, I could spend that time, I don't know, taking another entire province instead. It's just a waste of time to chase him
It's
down.
okay. It's okay, Meta. You'll get them next time.
That is so frustrating. I thought if they lose an underweight battle, it's a guaranteed kill.
Those make you mad.
Well, I guess we're ending the stream there, because I don't want to use it another turn. We've gone way over already. I'm going to build up some things here and then call it a day.
Yeah,
Money.
but you
More
get
money.
the idea.
We need more money. Ooh, more food.
Yes, have
and also more
things
money.
make stuff.
Plus, I have more skill points. My skill spellcast. Oh ho 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 ho! Yeah, you can't overcast chain lightning, so instead it just reduces cooldown, wins magic cost. Yeah, we want that. We want chain lightning and a new fun spell. Comet of Cassandora. That's what I was thinking of. Uranon's Thunderbolt is kind of the crap version. Comet of Cassandora is the much better version. I think it's more expensive and longer cooldown, but way more damage. You'll see in action next stream.
Conzerk.
And the Scar Veteran's back. Cool. More attack and more armor. His leadership, some leadership would be nice. His leadership is already pretty good though. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you, high leadership is kind of a curse. Really high leadership but low other stats, you don't want that. You want to increase other stats before increasing leadership, because if a creature has very high leadership but very low like armor and defenses, they will die before they rout. And routed units you can get back on the strategic map. Dead units you can't. So you honestly actually kind of in some ways want them to run before they die. So I actually don't like
kinda.
buffing leadership before their other stats are higher. It is annoying when they rout, especially for like leaders and heroes who risk causing a chain rout, but dead leaders and heroes are even worse.
I guess it depends on how valuable they are.
End turn. We'll see what he does.
He might try to attack you again.
But yeah, the reason so many factions are dropping so fast is well, like clans like this. This little clan Mortibus. This is one of the little jobber factions. They're officially called a minor faction. They're not expected to stick around that long. They're basically just there to be conquered by another faction. Nope, he's just wandering off. Whatever.
Alright, well, that's their problem. He's just gonna keep dying.
In fact, I'm going to do instead. Ooh, Summer Host died. Hooray! I don't have to deal with the vampires up there. I think I might still have to push
Okay.
north. I forget. Arachno's dead. Wow,
vampires.
this is okay. This might go faster and faster. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually, here, what? Before I end the stream, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack. Watch this. He's gonna run for it. No, he's not. He's dumb. Okay, you know what? Screw it. You don't even get the decency of this auto resolve. Die.
Bang, just
You
saved
stupid
15
rat.
minutes.
Saved half an hour.
I do have a confession to make. I am a huge auto-resolve fan, because,
It
I just
basically
love the
requires
patience for
mods
the
in order to
battles.
function properly, to be honest, because especially for lizard mix, it is so heavily biased against them. There we go. Faction
Yeah.
destroyed, Clan Mordkin. I'll just quote this one. 'Cause I
Yay.
love to quote. Clan Mordkin has been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. Ah, the classic Warhammer quote. There is none left but the echoing laughter of thirsting gods.
See, the joke is that the thirsting gods are the players.
That's the joke. Warhammer 40k has a similar quote, and that's kind of the joke there is what does he get? Forget all you know. Yeah, there is no mercy, none left for the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. They're not talking about the chaos gods, they're talking about others. They're talking about the players, because you're supposed to be laughing, because you're supposed to be having a good time. And Alex saying...
And everyone
Ooh,
dying.
Alex back. Hi, Alex. Good to know my lights out alarm is going off. That's also good to know. Ooh, I don't know what that means either. I hope it's important. Leave resting
hope
run on
everything's
PC.
okay.
Thanks for showing good night. Good night. I'll be, honestly, just go ahead and end the stream. I'll be ending the stream in about 2 minutes anyways. But thank you very much for hanging out, Alex.
Yeah, we went a little over here.
This is already going over, so we'll talk about more next stream. I just wanted that big milestone. We killed the rats. We have 2 provinces. We can finally start getting a halfway decent army together. Good times. Save. Get out some of these older saves we don't need anymore.
You can do that off stream if you really want.
It is fun also to check your previous save and see how the map slowly starts getting filled in. That blue starting to fill in. All right. Ooh, Alex saying that's the alarm that goes off to tell me to go to sleep so I don't go to work groggy. Good idea. All right.
Good call.
So go to bed because we're ending the stream right now.
That means y'all too.
Let me
Everyone go to
take
bed.
you out first.
Yeah.
The end screen. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone, for showing up. Thank you everyone for commenting. Thank you everyone who's subscribed in the past, or followed especially, followed in the past, followed now. Thank you very much. If you're looking to support the channel, as always, you can see all of our links there, where you can hear more from us. You'll see several of us have thrones. You can donate there if you'd like. We also... what else? Man, I forget what the schedule is this week. We should be back tomorrow for... is it Abiotic Factor tomorrow?
I hope so.
Should be. If it's not, we will let you know in the Discord and online on social media. Peace, guy.
And yeah, I don't
Discord.
know. Thanks everybody for coming out.
And thank you very much for everyone for hanging out. Next time, Domina and I are streaming. Should be when? Thursday? No, Friday.
Friday.
It will be either more Bistro, or it might be like kind of the epilogue of Bistro, or it'll be more Total Warhammer 3. I guess we'll see. You will find out on Discord and on social media. Thank you very much, everyone, and you all have a good night. Oh,
Take
who
care,
are we raiding?
everyone. I don't know. I usually do the raid. Do you want to pick someone instead?
Let's see who's on. 1 minute. Let's do Maple Mash. She's playing Okami right now.
Oh, awesome.
Alrighty, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Has the raid actually started?
I don't see it on my phone.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, it looks like raid is away.